thought they said 8 o'clock. One moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it again. Pretend it's Saturday. Where's my mouse?
Fresh off the track, quite literally. They have come back after all the extravaganza that we had to deal with yesterday. Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, and they went 400 miles on track, and now they are here to call 300 miles in the booth. Welcome in, fellas. I'm Adam Alexander, so you've been out there. You know what it's like. What are these Xfinity Series drivers going to face here today?
Where's the Xfinity Series leaderboard?
We're not fresh, I can promise you that. We didn't even get time to shower before we came up here. It's definitely an eventful day.
Joey's volume is lower today. His hair looks a little less ridiculous. He must have heard all the complaints after Daytona and got that corrected.
Lots of cars up next to the wall, very bottom. The bumps have not gone away. They have gotten bigger for sure. Lots to deal with the bumps and the seams as well. But the track is dry. It is good racing, and they just said it. This is going to be the final race on a 2-mile oval.
Yeah, it was racy. What do you expect?
You know, I was pretty surprised there was no weepers at all. I mean, there was never an issue. So they did a great job of drying the track and staying on it. But, yeah, like Joey said, you know,
God damn it, my OCD's not going to be happy till I get this leaderboard in the perfect position.
Cup race, and I'm sure we're going to see that again today.
Oh, I only get 13 drivers on my Xfinity leaderboard.
Instead, we're going to go under the lights. It's prime time in the East Coast, on the East
Get
Coast.
YouTube up on my phone.
Club Speedway, hosting the NASCAR Xfinity Series on the 2-mile oval for the final time.
This is another opportunity to remind you. Hold on. Let me get my stream up on my app before I really start saying anything important. See if anyone's here. Those of you who watched the Kyle Busch babyface turn earlier, welcome back. We're back for more. This whole racing thing, we can't stay away from it, can we? Is my shit working? There we go, it's working. We got action. I gotta hide my leaderboard from me. Let me go grab a Powerade too. I'm thirsty. Thought they said the race was starting at 8. I wouldn't have turned on the stream until right at 8 if I didn't hear the TV in the living room saying, "Gentlemen, start your engines," or whatever. I was like, wait a minute, what? So, it's time to go race again. Oh, that delicious Powerade Zero. Damn this Xfinity race for interrupting my post-cup race nap that I seem to take every Sunday now.
Hours behind schedule, but we are going to go racing with the NASCAR Xfinity Series in Fontana. You see the weather yesterday. I mean, we actually somehow got the track dry and put these cars on track, but then the rains came again. Today, though, I mean, it's been nice. Really, no rain since midnight. NASCAR's done an unbelievable job of drying the track early, getting you guys out there racing the scheduled 400-mile distance. You see what we had yesterday versus today. much better weather conditions. I say
Sling TV wouldn't let you upgrade, so you can't get it.
Participating full-time in the
wow. Are you going to find a way to watch the race?
Regan Smith, you are busted
Does the Fox Sports app work for you if you have Sling or something?
Absolutely love it. Twice as much racing as one day. We can't complain about that. Hey, Brandon Jones behind me. You see their pit box getting set up. These teams, of course, scrambling to get everything right.
Okay, shut up, Regan Smith. So I have important information. I am watching Fox Sports 2 on the Fox Sports app on Roku. So my leaderboard is going to be way ahead. It's going to be like a lap ahead of what I'm seeing on screen. So I have the leaderboard up just to give you something to look at. But I am not going to look at the leaderboard because I don't want to look up and see a spoiler like a caution with 2 to go or something that I haven't seen yet. So the leaderboard's going to be way ahead of what you hear in the background because I'm watching on the app, and the app's always behind. But I'm not watching this race in standard definition. I'm going to watch this race in fucking 4K because I have this nice TV and I want to use it. So now that we got the public service announcement out of the way, let's watch another damn race. Pretend it's Saturday, folks.
There's no question. John Hunter Nemechek.
See how the new Xfinity Aero package works. The cars don't look that much different. The difference is in the symmetry of the right side of the cars.
And then we'll go 80 laps in that final stage. Forget really the pit window.
There's a competition caution at lap 15, just like the Cup race. Each stage is 35 laps, except the final stage is 80.
Caution at lap 15. Austin Hill with qualifying washed out.
We're wasting no time. We're coming to the green this time.
Last week at Daytona.
Lineup was set by the formula because literally everything this weekend except the 2 races got rained out and ruined and destroyed. So no qualifying, no practice, no nothing. Yesterday they got out here and wasted everybody's time running pace laps, pretending they were going to start this thing, knowing full well this race was not going to happen. But they wasted all the drivers and teams' time anyway.
You see some of the Cup guys that just got done with 400 miles. They know what the track's
and
like.
Yeah, Ross Chastain, Austin Dillon, and who's the other driver that was in the other race? Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, and Austin Dillon.
Probably on the initial start. But I think,
double duty guys.
The top. You're the best cars, especially here at Fontana. You're able to pass and make moves and do things. Those long haul
bushwhackers, if you will. Chastain starting patty fucking last, as the Irish would say.
Toyota GR Supra. You talk about
we are coming to the green.
A lot of these pit crew members over the wall in the Cup race doing it again.
Let's get this done. Complete the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Busch still in the infield celebrating his win, I'm assuming.
So we'll see how they adjust to it.
Not a lot of people stuck around. I mean, they said if you came out to the Cup race, you could stick around and watch Xfinity, but good God, place is a fucking ghost town all of a sudden. And Custer being your big bet is a good thing. I got John Hunter, and he gets a great launch on the initial start. Let's see how this new Aero package works, or if it changes anything here at this big, wide, multi-lane racetrack. The real last California race, the last Fontana race that nobody's going to remember. Because this race couldn't be any more of an afterthought if they tried. Nemechek, Hill, Allgaier, and Herbst.
Oh, that's for sure. And Tyler Reddick is
Custer 5th in line. Brandon Jones 6th. Chandler Smith right behind him. The rest of the field's kind of swirling up and 3 wide and going crazy. And we're going to cut to a full screen replay. We're trying to watch this race develop.
You see it right there, Reddick's up top.
Reddick's had a low. Wow, okay. Sam Mayer about killed Tyler Reddick off of 2 there. I see why they cut to that replay.
I mean, he was caught up in a crash in the Cup race. He sees this as a way to salvage the day. So a bit of a rush.
Yeah, you get wrecked in the Cup race and you come out and get wrecked on like lap 1. That would be terrible.
You go barreling down in the turn 1 the first time, and you're 5 wide. You don't know what your car is going to do. That's why a little grace on the first lap probably would have been a little acceptable, but it's just how races are. They want to win on the first lap.
Big snarling pack here.
I got wrecked on the first
Good
lap.
God.
Reddick was on
all those cars.
Below the white line, and And that is not out of bounds here, 4 wide at the start-finish line.
And this is where the draft comes into play. That top lane just starts going.
Did they raise the back ends of these cars off the ground or something?
Anywhere there's no one in front of them. That's what lane you want. Wherever there's not a car in front of you.
Well, based on the last full-time year Custer had in Xfinity, I'd say betting on him every week's not a bad idea.
Is such a tricky turn because it flattens out really quick. Like you kind of gas up.
I took John Hunter today. I don't know what. Michael, what do I get if John Hunter wins?
So you see a lot of guys kind of struggling off of 2. Is gosh, we're still 4 wide, maybe even 5.
Look at the 2 on the bottom.
Ooh.
Huge run on the bottom. And that's one of those things, you can get a good run on the bottom, but once you get down the straightaway...
This is from 20th on back. They're going ape shit. The front of the pack's very spread out, very single file, nothing happening. 20th on back, it's a shit show.
Did not have good fortune last weekend at Daytona, wrecked out running up front, so he had to start deep in the field, but very aggressive early.
You guys notice Joey Logano's volume on his hair is way down from last week at Daytona. He must have heard everybody make fun of him. As Logano mentioned how he wrecked half the field. Nah. He said he didn't get to shower before running up to the booth. Though he couldn't have been that sweaty today. It's in the 40s. It's cold.
In this race, so you're going to have a lot of movers and shaking around here early in the race.
Give a call to the 25 of Brett Moffitt. This is a new team. He, too, has won a Truck Series championship. In the last couple of years has driven in the Xfinity Series for different clubs this year.
Joey's volume of his hair pre-race was lower than last week. So it's not just because it's the end of the race and it's all flattened out. No, he dialed it back a little bit. He turned the plugs down a bit this week. Here's Custer underneath his teammate for 4th. Good to see Custer here. If anything, it's an extra Ford in Xfinity this year. They're short on numbers.
You assume he's going to be fast today.
Where did all the Ford teams in Xfinity go? Oh, yeah, Roush closed down and took them all away. Austin Hill's cut 2/10 off of Nemechek's lead, but we're not really seeing much.
That had early problems at Daytona, has to come from deep in the field.
A lot of rubber down on this racetrack. I'm surprised they're going to throw a comp yellow, but makes sense. And yeah, I won $46. And I just bought my Atlanta Motor Speedway ticket no less than an hour ago. After fees, it was $62 to go to Atlanta and sit 21 rows up.
Searching around, even a little banged up on his knee. He's doing a good job. So hopefully
yay me. Going to Atlanta Motor Speedway for just over $60.
The good thing for Hemrick is that there's really not much.
My first Atlanta race.
Movement here, right? Like you're not on the brakes much if you even touch the brakes at all. You really just
should be a fun day trip. I'm not going to Trucks and Xfinity. We're just going Sunday for Cup.
I don't feel that good for him, but it's probably a less physically demanding racetrack because it's so big.
This is the driver's eye camera that we talk so much about. Raja Karuth running.
Watch his head bounce around right here.
Yeah, those are big bumps right there.
Dude, those bumps are so bad that even in the video game, I hit the bumps off a 2 going straight in NASCAR Heat 5, and it bounced my car up, and I crashed. I was like, the fuck? You don't like Kyle Busch's Lucas Oil scheme? I like the colors. I just wish the scheme was a little more creative. It was kind of plain. I like the number font on the 8 this year. That was a good change for them. More of a stylized number 8 for a special driver. God, John Hunter's car is bottoming out. You see the sparks under that thing? He's the leader going down the back, and the shit was bottoming out.
So you really have to rely on the spotter, especially as it closes up on the exit of the corner.
And one thing I've noticed at the start of this race, John Hunter, Nemechek, Austin Hill, they're all both running the bottom of 3 and 4.
There's a little bigger crowd there than I thought. It looked like the place was a ghost town, but compared to the Cup race, it makes sense. But
it's getting a little bit colder than what it was. The 4th lane and 1 and 2, that was pretty common. We'll see if anyone moves up, to that 4.5, 5th lane. But I'm surprised that they're still running the bottom lane this, many laps to run.
We're only 9 laps into seeing this new aero package, and I kind of don't like it. It doesn't look as racy. I know this racetrack should be the most racy of all, but that top 10 got single file and really spread out really fast.
You don't want to take yourself out of the race 9 laps in. You got the competition caution coming up here at lap 15. So you want to just survive, see what your car is doing, wait for the caution, get a pit stop.
How about the Smiths delivering early? No relation, but Chandler Smith, the rookie for Colic, driving the 16. He is 6th. And here you look at Sammy Smith, youngster for Joe Gibbs Racing, full-time in that 18, and going below the man that drove for JGR last year, Brandon Jones. They battled for 7th.
A lot of Smith in this race.
You know, that second lane down in 1 and 2 has so much seal.
Xfinity cars are bottoming out way more than the Cup cars.
And that's like, I think, the worst lane to run in, especially after you have some laps on your tires, because then you have to cross all the seams on exit, and you saw him really have his hands full. So that's a tough area to make a pass.
The fact that he just maintained
was impressive.
Says he's got a fast race car.
But both of these drivers had never seen this track before this weekend. This is the first time they've been up to speed here. So I'm sure it is very much learn as you go and apply this later in the race. And as you guys said, the fact that they're able to hang around.
Top 4 is starting to close up a little bit.
Two young drivers that we expect.
They've driven away from 5th on back.
The only way you know on a lot of this stuff is just try it, right? You can.
The cars look slower. Am I crazy, or are the Xfinity cars slower than they were last year? Am I just crazy?
And maybe see some of this stuff, but until you really try it and know the little ins and outs of this racetrack, where the sealer is, where the big bumps are, what typically happens, you just have to try it. And for a rookie, especially without any practice, huge challenge right now.
Brandon Jones starting to creep up to the wall. That's good. He's been able to kind of maintain a little bit. Been holding these guys up just a little bit. That was a really good move by Sammy Smith.
Oh my God, somebody's trying to make a pass. But Barry closes up to Brandon Jones, should shove him right back by the 18, unless the 18's just able to drive way off in this corner and pull a slider. A little early for a slide job. He's not going to be able to do it.
You can see the back of the car.
Good eye by Joe Logano pointing out the bump in the middle of turn 4.
Others, right? No two cars are created equal out there. There's definitely some better than others in certain parts of the corners, depending on how you want to set up your race car.
Remember the eternal red flag last year when Brandon Jones crashed into the barrels on pit road in this race?
He just got both those spots in the previous.
Hey guys, Dylan has arrived. Are you trying to tell us you just got done jerking off or something? Or are you saying you just got here to the stream?
The car seems to be really fast right now, and we'll see how it progresses.
One thing we always, talk about here is the debris on the track. Watch this.
Whoa! It's a hot dog wrapper. Whoa! It's the most exciting thing to happen in this race so far.
I thought it was Murphy's Law here that every piece of debris eventually found its way to the grill of a driver. It seems to always happen at this place.
It does. Hot dog wrappers, man. Especially on windy days like it's been. The wind, I think it blows right
Had
out
a
of
battle
the
for
fingers.
second with 2 to go till the caution. It's Allgaier passing Austin Hill down the back.
That's what happens.
A pair of Chevys for second. Austin Hill in the 21. The 7, Justin Allgaier, veteran for Junior Motorsports, who won 3 times a year ago and made the championship 4. The 7 now in the runner-up position.
You see him way down there on the apron. That's an experienced move. You can go down there. The track's a little bit more green, maybe a little bit more grip. You can avoid that big bump we were just talking about.
We're going to get the competition caution 15 laps in, so it's coming up here next time around. And the fall off on these tires has already been a second and a half. Now, everybody has an extra.
What time did they start? About 10 minutes ago. I think they took the green flag. We're only 15 laps in. They surprised me. They started engines at like 7:48. Thought it wasn't going to be till 8 o'clock. So I had to jump on here in a hurry and get my shit together.
There's plenty of tires later on. You need them now. I don't think it's a question. I think you got to put them on. That's a ton of fall off. And you probably want some adjustments without having practice. You probably want the opportunity to work on your
That time on the spotter stand helped Sheldon Creed. So far, he's up to 13th.
You see Kligerman way up there. Running the wall now. The advantage of running the wall, guys, you can get up there and get momentum as you see down the straightaway. That helps. But there's an air cushion.
I got a weird feeling about Xfinity this year.
Wedge between the outside wall and the car that's right next to it. The closer you get to it, the more you pack that air in between the wall.
And we have a caution.
You see the caution here.
Hey, I'm going to say this. Very well behaved in the first 15
Yeah, it was
laps.
very dull first
They did
15
their
laps.
thing, but we kept our nose clean, which is impressive to me for a bunch of young drivers, many of which had never seen this place before.
Yeah, I mean, they were 4 wide, but yeah, it was calm, if you say so. It's calm for us.
4 wide from 20th on back doesn't count, Joey. because nobody's paying attention to that anyway.
John Hunter Nemechek starts second. He leads every lap, and it's been a theme over the years for Joe Gibbs Racing in Fontana, California. Josh Sims mentioned this earlier. I mean, they've been so good here. The 12 poles, the most all-time. 10 wins, the best ever, including the 9 in a row that Josh alluded to from 2008 to 2013. Of course, a handful of those years when we were coming here twice a season. And I think 2 of those wins in that run, courtesy of you.
You got a couple?
Yeah,
I think so.
Maybe. He's acting like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
4-time pole sitter. You know,
I got the most
Hall of
pole
Fame
guys.
pole
Okay,
sitter.
I don't want to brag or anything, but
There you see the rundown today. John Hunter Nemechek leading. Sammy Smith here in 8th. And Joe Graff Jr. making his first of 5 starts in the 19, back in the 17th position. He'll run the schedule full time, but running most of his races for the Sieg team, 5 starts for JGR. So pit road is open. And now we find out, do you come and get those tires, or do you keep that track position and run it out to the end of the stage?
Ooh. I mean, that's a long way to the end of the stage. You're going to have just pretty much...
Ryan Blaney hit him with the Kyle Pitty. He said, you know what I mean?
To go by the time we get this thing started. So, gosh, I mean, it was almost 2 seconds by the end of that, and I feel like everybody is coming.
We almost had a big one down the back on the first lap because Sam Mayer about killed Tyler
You're
Reddick.
going to get run over big time. And oh,
Nobody's coming. Look at this.
What?
Look at this.
No way. No.
Wow, why would you not pit there?
Kind of split, maybe
A
50-50.
split decision
They're
here.
heading your way. Some of them
Saving that set of tires for later, John Hunter. I hope it pays off for you. Because John Hunter's my bet. My only bet for this race.
The number 9 car, Brandon Jones, as well as the number 8 car, they decided right in the last minute to stay on the racetrack. Both those cars pretty decent right now. A little strategy play for later on. Josh?
Well, the pole sitter, Austin Hill, said his car is just a little too tight through the center. He gets back to the throttle as well, and he spins those tires a little too much, so he needs a little more front turn.
A mixed bag of strategies. Just over 10 cars elect to stay out. A host of others said, if you let me have another set of tires, I'm going to come get them right now. Austin Hill, the first off of pit road.
You're about to see some stuff on this next restart. Don't change the channel.
That's right. We'll step aside. And you know how I said everything had been clean to this point? I don't know. The give and take when we return, it might not be there. Stick around.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Joe Logano's hair volume has dropped to a 5. Just take me to Twitter, phone. I'm trying to see shit. Great, my phone's acting like it doesn't want to load Twitter. There's way more energy in the Xfinity Series booth for this broadcast than there was in the Cup race. But you know what, Karen? I just saw a side-by-side shot of Kyle Larson's left side door and Kyle Busch's left side door, and yeah, it's the paint schemes are so fucking similar. It's not even funny. So yeah, like the colors, but would have liked a little more creativity on that Lucas Oil car. By the way, in case you're wondering how Joe Graff Jr. is doing in his first race for JGR, he's running 17th. And we're back.
We are wrapping up the competition caution for the NASCAR Xfinity Series here in Fontana, California with Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney. I'm Adam Alexander. Top 10 stayed out, so that means from
10 cars stayed out, and from 11th on back, they all pitted.
On the move when we go green.
Yeah, and if you're one of the first cars with the guys with tires behind you, oh, God bless you. You're in for a ride, buddy. This is not going to be fun for you. It's about surviving. For those cars, just survive the next 15 laps or so. Get to the stage.
Now, this next 15 laps should be way different from the first 15, given the cars on old tires up front.
Nemechek takes the outside lane as the leader.
Austin Hill's the first one on fresh tires, I think.
On the choose, I'll take the outside lane here for the restart. It's going to be 15 to go, stage 1.
No, it's not. It's going to be 16 to go, dumbass.
Yeah,
Math is hard.
That's a smart move by all guys.
Get a good launch, Hunter. John Hunter, take that clean air and see if you can do anything with it.
This is where it's going to get big. Right here to turn 1 is when tires are going to matter.
And everybody fans out now because they got those fresh tires versus the old. Austin Hill straddling the white line in 1 and 2.
Got Custer right behind him. I mean,
4 wide behind him.
run he got off of 2 right on the bottom.
Big run off the top by Moffitt. Nowhere to go back there. Austin Hill's up to 3rd. Custer's following him as well. Tires are going to win this stage for sure.
To the wall. This is Fontana.
To the apron, to the wall. Skeet, 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 skeet. He said it, not me.
Off the corner. I mean, LA traffic is a real thing here. You see the 0-0 there, Cole Custer.
And look, Austin Hill from 11th to 1st in 1 lap.
Not even.
And Custer's right behind him.
To the lead.
New man in charge, Austin Hill, on those fresh tires that he got a couple of laps ago, and he's bringing Cole Custer with him. The question becomes now, does John Hunter Nemechek fall outside the top 10, get no stage points here?
Sheldon Creed, big run off the top, in the middle of 4. Good God almighty.
Right in the rim with momentum.
I love it. We got the push draft going down the straightaway here. Watch these guys. They'll pull those inside cars, no problem.
How much
They're
is
just exploding tear-offs and everything down those straightaways?
How much is too much when that draft?
Moffitt pushed up there, 4 wide.
Brandon Jones. Hemrick
Amazing nobody
sliding
touched
up
each
the
other.
racetrack.
Hemrick, another one. Got tires. He's trying to make some decent ground, you know. And I think that was a good play for them. You know, they had
John Hunter still 3rd on old tires.
You know, hey, let's put new tires on, try to maybe get to the top 5, and then reset after the stage break.
And this is a real big points question you have to try to answer, right? Because
Custer is catching Austin Hill for the lead.
Any points that you were going to get there, and you're going to lose a lot of track position. You're going to have to claw your way back up through the second stage. So you're probably hurting yourself for 2 stages to try to
John
have
Hunter's
a set
falling
of
out of the
tires
top
at
5
the end.
now. Creed and
if it goes
Herbst got
green
by on
long
their
the
fresh
third
tires.
stage, you did it all for nothing because you're going to have an extra set of tires in your pit anyway.
You paid for them, and you didn't get to use them. I mean, that's heartbreaking.
Nemechek is, well, Nemechek and Allgaier are the only 2 cars left in the top 10 that ain't pitted. And that's not going to last much longer. There's still 12 to go in the stage, and we got a battle for the lead.
More than 10 laps to go here in stage 1. Battle for the lead.
I thought for sure everybody would have pitted there.
Cole Custer married in the offseason. So good in this series for a number of years. Won 7 races in 2019 as a regular, including right here. Moved up the cup. Rookie of the year.
Hill's a little loose off of 2.
Yeah, that's a
Custer's peeking down the back.
If you can split the 3rd and 4th lane like Custer's able to do, get some air to your nose.
I feel like I'm watching a pandemic race again. Even though there's people in the stands, it's just so weird having this race on right now.
Cars, you can kind of get on the left rear quarter panel of the guy in front of you and still kind of move them around and drive.
Hill's still the leader.
You can't do that as much anymore in our Cup cars, but these cars, that move that he can do is perfect for being able to race for the lead or pass people.
You know, with these cars, you can get right up on them and take a lot of air off that rear spoiler and try to loosen them up. And that's what Cole's trying to do to Austin Hill right now. He's like, get it right tight on him in his left rear.
Ooh, there it is. That's beautiful. Loose, 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 loose. Clean pass. Clean as a whistle for Custer.
He goes.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure
Nemechek and Allgaier 8th and 10th with 11 to go.
And that was a chef's kiss.
They're dying right now.
Custer. I mean, that's textbook move of getting someone a little bit free or faster than them, get out of my way without touching them. I mean, there's nothing dirty about that move at all. It's just racing, and that just shows how much experience Cole has and knows how to place his car.
Third leader of the day, the California kid, Cole Custer, Josh.
Yeah, and before that last competition caution, Cole Custer, I've been saying his car was just a little too tight. They made an adjustment, and look at that now. He's now in the lead. And Cole Custer is a guy that is back in the Xfinity Series, and I asked his crew chief, Jonathan Tony, how they view this, and they say, you know what, Cole is focused. He's learned a lot from his 3 years in Cup, and they said if he takes care of business, he'll be back in Cup.
So glad the weather cleared up.
Josh, it's been a great start to the race.
Doesn't look like there's even a threat of rain now.
Predicted that this was going to be a big season for them earlier this weekend.
Hey, how's Joe Graff Jr. doing in his first race in a Joe Gibbs car? Oh, he's 18th and one of the best cars in the series? You're kidding. Who could have seen that coming? Parker Retzlaff started top 5. He's 23rd. And we have a caution. Caution call. Oh, man, Gray Galding. Looks like he blew a right front and smashed the wall.
Looks like a right front tire was definitely down.
If you're Nemechek and Allgaier, you just go ahead and pit now. I mean, you're kind of in a box here. I don't think you can. I think you got to stay out.
Looks like a pretty solid hit to the right side.
Now I wonder.
Or do you pit now and creep around for the last couple laps of the stage, stay out, and get the track position back? What do you think?
And then you're probably in position to maybe come up there. I don't know. You're not going to have a bunch of laps, but you could come up, get some stage points, maybe win the stage, and then do you stay out? I don't know.
Oh, man, where's Michael Waltrip in the booth to talk about the strategy options they have? Man, I love stage racing.
Yeah, if you pit now, you're still going to have 4 laps or so on your tires and caution.
This has been your weekly Michael Waltrip impression.
Oh, boy. It's a little tricky.
It's tricky.
You got to stay out if you've already stayed out once.
Joe Logano taking a page out of Larry Mack's playbook. You made your bed, you got to lie in it.
So look and see what happened here. On board with Roger Carruth.
Yeah, that's all right front.
Right front blew out on the 08.
Right there for Gray Galding. That's unfortunate.
Eat some more donuts, Gray Galding.
So I'm not sure if he was someone who stayed out. No, at the first stage or at the first caution or not.
It's already updated since he came down pit road here, so we'll get that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a tricky call, guys.
This is a tough call to make.
You're going to want to pit again right at the stage. So,
gosh, you'd just be on equal ground with the guys who pitted on the first caution, right? Because everyone's going to pit at the stage.
You're on tires, you'll be the same. Then you'll be the same amount of tires used.
But now, your strategy you just had here is gone. So you don't have an extra set.
Yeah, I think you made your bed.
Might as well stay out.
By the way,
you might as well save the tires.
17,
We'll see. The pit road should be open this time, I think.
The onboard look from his car, when he made his pit stop earlier, they had a penalty. So that's why he was deep in the field. Now here's another thought. I mean, pit road's closed.
Pit road's still closed, so another lap.
It's likely that we will have takers once it opens. Big day here in Fontana, California. Part 2 of the West Coast Swing is 1 week from today, and I already feel uncomfortable because we have a Larson, we have a Bubba, we have a Logano, a Hamlin, and a Chase, and we've done it again, Blaney. I apologize.
That's cool. I understand. I come up here yesterday, raining. No, we're not going to race yesterday. You guys make me sit in the booth. And then I come back today after the Cup race, and you still don't put me on the damn picture. So, I tell you what, I don't know why I do this anymore with you guys.
We ran that promo. We ran the promo this week on Race Hub, and I made a mental note. Oh, no, Blaney's not on, and we're definitely going to be promoting the Cup race. We got to get him on there, or at least have it's fun at your expense, and here we are again.
I understand. It's fine. I don't want to be on it. You know, I don't want to be on it anymore. I'll just sit up here in the booth.
Well, what makes it worse is the guy sitting to your right. Not only
look at Joey looking like a fucking Party City Harry Potter. He's just missing the lightning bolt scar on his head.
He deserves to be in the middle.
Hang on here.
He deserves to be in the middle.
There it is, number 1.
There you go.
Man.
I can't wait for
We
Vegas
can do
next
like
week, guys.
we can do like a little Mustaches? No, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, you're making
We're
friends
having too much
everywhere.
fun. You wonder why I have so many friends, guys.
Okay, pit road's open. John Hunter Nemechek is the first in line of those drivers that did not come down at lap 17. He is 10th right now. And it would not
And
appear
Allgaier's
that
pitting.
he's
Allgaier's going to pit.
Yeah, Justin.
And
gives
some
up
guys
on
further
Allgaier.
back are going to pit. Sam Mayer's pitting.
All right, so more strategy.
Josh Williams, Tyler
Yeah,
Reddick.
even the 7 of Justin Allgaier said it feels like he's loaded down into the track, so they're going to try and give him an air pressure adjustment to help him get off the splitter, guys.
Tyler Reddick making a stop.
No tires. Little damage repair from getting put in the wall there early in the race.
Saw a quick look at our Toyota onboard camera with Reddick, who will be driving that 24 next Saturday in Las Vegas for Sam Hunt Racing. 2 cars full-time this year for Sam. There's our Toyota onboard. Working on the left front. Under caution for the second time. We're going to have a fun little shootout.
Oh my God, they're playing Ace to DC. Really wish it didn't rain all day yesterday. I could be taking a nap right now. Let's hope for good weather in Atlanta in a few weeks. Why am I tired all the time? Yeah, my job makes me tired.
Evening in Southern California. Ready for a restart here to end stage 1 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Delayed from yesterday. A little prime time on the East Coast.
We're going to have a quick little short run to the end of the stage. You got some guys
Custer, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst.
Closest to the front with tires. And
He's way back, though.
I don't think he'll get all the way up there.
If you're him, no way you go a lap down. Do you just ease around?
I would just ease around it. That was my strategy. Pit there and just coast at the back of the pack, not even at full speed.
These guys, you go racing.
Yes, you do. 4 wide in the corner. Cole Custer 0-0.
Sheldon Creed loose off of there, off of the corner. Custer takes the lead back.
He's trying to break the draft there.
3 wide here. Nemechek on old tires versus everybody with new tires.
In the picture, he hadn't really been up
Yeah.
there so far.
I think Nemechek was the one making the pass there, though, on his shitty tires.
Figure out his race car.
He stayed out. 3 more laps, John.
2016, driving for RCR this weekend. The 10 for Team Collie.
They got all the hot dog wrappers and plastic and shit on the front
Couple guys in
stretch.
the top 10 that haven't hit it. John Hunter Nemechek, Parker Kligerman, looking to get stage points and have that extra set of tires. 3 to go.
There's Austin Dillon. How many cup races Austin Dillon won? 600, Daytona, Texas, Daytona, July. Kyle Busch has already won a quarter of the races Austin Dillon won at RCR, but Kyle Busch did it in 2 weeks.
If he can get a couple stage points out and then put tires on, but that'll be tough for him.
And Tyler Reddick won 3 last year. Herbst, you ain't going to make that pass. Hendrick's going to push the 16. And here's the 2 right behind him. What the fuck is Poppy Bank, and why does it sponsor Hemrick on everything he drives?
For third, didn't quite clear the 16 off the corner, and now he's in trouble of losing another spot. To the 11 after going for third. Now he's going to be back in fifth.
There was trash on the grill of the 98. He got it off there behind the 11.
He's going to get to his back bumper before he gets in the corner.
How about Riley Herbst ran his first ever Cup race in the Daytona 500, finished top 10. He had a top 10 first truck start of his career, first Xfinity start of his career, and also his first Cup start. And oh, by the way, it was in the Daytona 500. It's going to be 1 lap to go in the stage. Herbst's teammate Cole Custer showing the way over Austin Hill.
Not a very thrilling race so far. Cars aren't as racy here like they normally are. I think it's cold. Xfinity cars never like cold weather anyway. So I guess this doesn't surprise me.
And so the strategy is going to work out.
Nothing worse than a cold Xfinity race on a big track, even when the aero package was better.
It's going to work out for him now. But you got to watch the whole race to see if it works out at the end of the day.
A year ago, he won stage
John Hunter Nemechek is going to stay in the top 10 on those old 35-lap tires. Cole Custer wins stage 1.
Custer, career stage win number 18.
Looks like Nemechek held on to 9th.
And Parker Kligerman got 10th. Way to go, Parker.
That part's pretty good for him.
And Kligerman hangs on to 10th, so he keeps the tires, gets 1 stage point. 10 stage points to that guy, Cole Custer.
Look at Custer in those little going to commercial deals where he's trying to act like a badass, pointing at the Fox logo, folding his arms, looking intimidating, totally hiding the fact that he's probably really bitter that he got kicked out of Cup and sent back to Xfinity. But he's just happy to have something to race in that's competitive. Good question. I wonder if Logano and Blaney were like, oh, fucking A, gotta go call this stupid Xfinity race. I should have never agreed to this bullshit. I want to go home. Or were they actually excited to call this race? They're giving their all. There's a lot of energy in the booth for a very dull race so far.
Second race of the season for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Rain delayed from yesterday. Cole Custer wins the stage. Some strategy for Justin Allgaier, who pits at lap 29 and then coasts around saving tires. Listen to them on the radio.
I'm tired.
I'm almost confident I could have won you that stage, buddy. 10-4, not the plan. Yeah, 10-4. That was 50%.
Allgaier said, I came to race. Thank you very much. He wanted to be turned loose there.
He wants to go. I mean, I see the strategy here, right? Put the tires on right around.
At least Fox seems to only be zooming the camera in under yellows today,
Easy laps on your tires.
which is fine.
It's still, I mean, you're still going fast. You're still wearing them out. It's not as good as new tires, but it's a way to try to.
Is that a Supra?
Some track position here.
There's like 5 or 6 drivers that still have not made a pit stop. And they absolutely cannot wait to come down here and get some tires. The top 8 pitted at lap 17. Use those fresh tires to gain some good stage points, and undoubtedly they'll come back down here for set number 2.
No, not only tires, but work on their cars.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't even been able to put a wrench in the window, so we'll see. What are they saying down there, Regan?
Well, riding the 11 car, Daniel Hemrick, he did get those tires earlier on, and he is still struggling with the handling just a little bit in 4th place right now. He's waiting on the front end of that car. When he goes to the gas pedal, it finally turns, but he's got to wait too long. And the 2 of Sheldon Creed, that car got looser after his first set of tires, decided that they want to tighten it up even more than what they have already. Josh?
Well, your stage 1 winner, Cole Custer, has led 14 laps with that car. He said it's still a little too tight. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment to help him out. As far as the 21 of Austin Hill, he was saying it was getting a little too tight at the 3/4 mark and then snappy loose, so they're going to help him out with a little turn, and they're going to give him 4 tires and fuel as well.
Race off pit road is.
Goes to the man that led him in.
I think
Cole
it's
Austin Hill
Custer.
Second out. Henrik
It's close.
picks up a spot. A few drivers.
Good God, Nemechek
staying
lost a
on track.
lot of spots.
Allgaier, as
Fuck.
anticipated, Jeremy Clements, his
How am I
teammate
supposed to win
Sam-
money? Good
Justin's
God, what is that
teammate Sam
camera
Mayer
shot? That hurts
also
my fucking
staying out
eyes,
there.
Fox. Jesus.
What do you say we dial up the stage 1 winner, Cole Custer? Hey, Cole Custer, Blaney, Logano, and Adam Alexander in the booth. You got me?
Can't really get going.
I think you talked over all
I
those
got
people.
talked over him. Awesome.
Welcome to the team.
Try it one more time. Hey, Cole Custer, Blaney, Logano, and Adam Alexander in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you guys.
Well, you won the first stage, kind of looking like last year when you dominated. What's the racetrack been doing? What have you been feeling as your first laps on
Tell
this
me Joey
racetrack?
Logano doesn't
After
look
you
like
got
Harry
tires,
Potter
you know, you
or
didn't
a
save us
bulimic
at the
Clark
end, some guys
Kent.
did. How do you think that's going to play in later?
Clark Kent after he's been exposed to
Hopefully we don't
kryptonite.
get too many cautions later on, you know. I mean, we didn't think that we're going to have to use that set later, so I think I have full faith in Chase D down there. I think he made a smart move there, and good thing we got the stage win. But overall, I mean, our car is pretty good. It's, you know, can't thank production alliance being on the car. Ford Mustang was pretty solid, so just got to keep it going and hopefully keep this clean air.
Well, the Mustang looks good up front. Hopefully you can keep it up there. Good luck, and we'll be watching.
Thank you, guys.
He mentioned JT. That's his crew chief, Jonathan Toney, who made a nice call there and has got his driver in position. And it's been a long day for everyone.
What if that random guy on that bicycle carrying that bag of ice back to his friends is going to realize he was on TV?
Hey there, Adam. Yeah, it's been a great day.
Oh, look, they got Larry Mack and Jamie Mack working overtime.
FS2, getting ready for stage 2 out there at Fontana in the Xfinity Series. Let's get you caught up on how things have gone down so far with some race highlights. Why don't we?
We don't need highlights. They ran 35 laps and nothing happened.
Got racy pretty
Oh,
early.
jeez.
They wasted no time. You see Tyler Reddick getting to the outside of Sam Mayer. A little bit of contact, but both of those cars were able to continue on, Larry.
And Daniel Hemrick, he wasted no time in that 11 car. Started 35th, made his way to finish 4th at the end of the stage 1.
And the man that we just talked to, Cole Custer, used a little bit of strategy, pitted under that competition caution, was able to get by Austin Hill, take the lead, and they've been able to maintain that lead through these pit stops.
Second caution, Gray Galding in that 08 car. He gets in the wall, and this continues to set up some different strategy for different teams.
John Hunter Nemechek, Cole Custer. Cole Custer, the stage 1 winner, but John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer have been the lap leaders so far in this race out there at Fontana. And And, hey, listen, Ryan, we heard what you had to say about the promo out there and how they didn't put you on there. So we've taken care of that, my friend. This is the Ryan Blaney Race Day Studios, okay? So.
Oh, and by the way, I love how you guys set up the strategy. They'll either pit or they'll either stay out. I love it.
Larry Mack's right about that. Well, they'll either pit or they'll stay out. Wow. Old Jamie Mack's laughing. That was the most genuine laugh I've ever heard out of Jamie McMurray.
This is spectacular.
Ryan Blaney Race Day Studios, just for you, Ryan. Here you go. You're welcome here anytime.
Ryan Blaney's getting lots of FaceTime today. I don't know what he's upset about, other than getting junked in the cup race thanks to the man sitting next to him. Have they talked about that? No. Logano, in his post-race interview, Michael, I saw it on Twitter, Logano blamed the size of the restart box and other guys trying to back it up and then go. Even though it was clear he's the one who backed it up.
Here's kind of how things set up here. You got the 7.
Allgaier and Clements stay out. They've got about 4 laps on their tires, but they were not really. We'll say they've got like 2 or 3 laps on those tires, which can make a big difference. And everybody else behind them all pitted. And my bet, John Hunter lost a lot of track position. So fuck my life. Still early though.
Cole Custer to make some big moves here on the start and be in the lead fairly quickly, I would assume. Now the 7th, a solid car, so we'll see how that plays out for him. But I still think it's still newer tires. He's probably going to get around with a fast car.
By the way, keep an eye. Brandon Jones, too many men over the wall, so they had an issue.
Too many men over the wall in the 9.
His progress. Right now, our scoring monitor showing him 2 laps down. And hey, when we get back around, Sun, what kind of an impact is that? As it sets?
Looks like it's almost out of the way now, but I remember running here a long time ago when we used to run these night races.
Yep.
That's the last time we had a night race at Fontana. It's been a long time.
Awesome. But the windshield gets pitted so bad. The sun is usually really bad, but now that you see it's behind the grandstands, I think the driver's visibility will be just fine.
Allgaier outside lane. That's Clements to his left.
Green flag, green flag.
Second row inside. Cole Custer's got the precious tire.
Custer's going to have the lead coming off of 2 and lead the whole damn stage. You want to bet? Austin Hill follows code. We got a slow car in the back. Somebody just didn't go at all. Slow car in the back. Don't know what's going on there. Custer's got the lead through the center of 1 and 2. And clears Allgaier. Hill couldn't get clear of Allgaier. He slots into 3rd.
You see Cole was able to just wrap the bottom there. Hard to compete against brand new tires.
Sam Mayer about to wreck the whole field again. Well, this whole Sam Mayer experiment's not working out in Xfinity, is it? If he doesn't step up this year, I'm going to start looking at him like I used to look at Michael Annett. And yeah, New Hampshire, as a guy who's been to cup races at New Hampshire needs to have lots. Still can't believe I've been to cup races in New Hampshire. But I have. I've been to New Hampshire, Darlington, Bristol, Charlotte, Martinsville, and I'll be at Atlanta in a couple weeks. And Charlotte Roval. That's a different racetrack, just in the same place.
But the big losses of losing 10 spots after getting loose, that is gone.
That's what Nemechek did earlier, right?
Custer taking off.
Hang around long enough that he could make it pay.
Almost out to a second lead already. Ooh, what was that noise? Now, close your eyes. It sounds like they're all doing something really bad in the booth right now. But I love the... Oh, man! Sheldon Creed, you asked for that. You asked for that. Whoa, what a save! What a save! Sheldon Creed had that one coming. He tried to body block the 8 car off a 2 and got fucking hooked. And didn't wreck. He brushed the inside wall with the rear of the car. About to put the fucking cow flaps back down. Holy shit. The 8 car went to his inside, and Creed tried to block like a dumbass.
You see the 2 with Sheldon Creed on the bottom.
Oh, well, maybe Josh Berry crossed him up. My bad. Sorry, I was reflexively defending the junior motorsports driver.
this angle here.
Although that was a preemptive block. Creed was already pulling that damn thing over to fucking block. Why block at this point in the race? And that was an aggressive move by Josh Berry. Throttle that shit up and keep that back end from hitting that wall. Ooh, it pushed in a little bit, but that's remarkable.
Yep. Way less than what it.
Yeah, that's enough damage that's probably going to hurt him for the rest of the day. And they got to get those hood flaps. You see the hood flaps blew out of it. Oh, wow. He's
still running, though.
He could have
all four wheels are straight on that thing, so.
He's going to be all right.
And by the way, I want to clean something up on Brandon Jones. I mentioned the fact they had too many men over the wall. Then I noticed he's 2 laps down. He gets the free pass here to get one of those laps back. The reason they had too many men over the wall, they were changing a battery, which is why he lost the 2 laps. So the too many men over the wall by design to make the change.
Yeah, Creed kind of drives it. He hasn't gotten that Truck Series bullshit completely out of his system yet, Michael. He's definitely a Truck Series driver.
And, well, the music tells the story here.
Hold on loosely. I always think of that stupid movie Without a Paddle when I hear that song. I'm the one guy that still remembers Without a Paddle. It made me laugh when I was a little kid, I guess. Wish there's dogs next door would shut the fuck up. Yeah, Sheldon Creed was always a checkers or wreckers kind of guy. He fit right in trucks. This whole Xfinity thing ain't worked out for him yet, but I think it's probably a make or break season for him. I think it's a make or break year for Sam Mayer, even though Dale Jr. doesn't give up on projects very easily, especially if they have sponsor money. The dog in the background outside my house barking made your dog bark. Shut up out there, you fuckers. Especially the one the other day that followed my cat to my window. He just wants to be on the stream.
After further review, the sun is a factor in Fontana, California.
And that sun coming off a 2 looks rough.
I told you. Well, in fairness, I asked you guys, what role does the sun play after the shot got down below the billboards and you couldn't really see the sun, so.
I don't know. Well,
here's a good camera shot of the Josh Berry
Sheldon
Creed deal.
Momentum goes to make a 3-wide move. Sheldon decides to try to block it.
Why you're blocking that, I don't know.
We've had a few drivers come down to pit lane. Sheldon Creed
glad it didn't junk Josh Berry in the process.
Well, and we see Sheldon Creed. They're getting that race car patched up right now. Some issues with it, some tape that they're trying to get on holes. But more importantly, the 26-car Casgrello. When that green flag came out on that most recent restart, a fuel pressure issue on that car, a good break for them that the caution came right back out again immediately afterwards. And the 10 car of Austin Dillon, keep an eye on him on the restarts here. A little bit of trouble getting that car into gear right now. The difference between the Cup car and obviously Xfinity car and different feelings there. A little work with that. And Ryan and Joey, he's having another problem in the car with his helmet fogging up. I don't know if that means it's too hot or too cold right now.
Fogging up, you might wonder if he just doesn't have any air going to his helmet.
Yeah, these helmets, they click close and they're pretty vacuum sealed tight. And a lot of, for me, when it's cold outside and you're breathing hot air, it fogs your inside of your visor up. So we have little helmet fans that actually will usually fix that problem, but maybe he doesn't want to run it because it's so cold outside. He doesn't want to freeze his head.
And I choose vision and cold. So if I had to pick.
There's our Ford onboard camera with Cole Custer.
You see his helmet vent up top there, and it blows down. There you go, Blaney on the top center here. Yeah, and then it blows down right in front of his eyes, and that's right onto his shield, which helps keep his shield clear of fog.
So Ryan telestrates information about what's happening in the race. Joey just puts numbers on highlighting his career success.
I tell you, I don't know why I have so many friends.
Adam Alexander's making some weird noises today. Somebody make a super cut of that. I need to message Balto Racing and be like, hey, make the super cut of all the weird noises Adam Alexander made in this Xfinity race. It'll be the only thing anybody remembers about this race.
Now that everyone around him has some more laps on their stuff, and I think that always kind of levels the playing field a little bit.
Hey, we look around this racetrack, and our team has been spectacular. I mean, back and forth, East Coast to West Coast, and putting up with the weather this weekend. Long day today.
You know, I never thought my first super speedway race would be at Atlanta when I go in a couple weeks. I always thought, man, I'll go to Daytona one day. Well, we're going to Atlanta. Hey, John Hunter Nemechek's back up here in the mix. It's good news for me. 3 wide through the middle there for about 5th place. It's hard to gauge what spot. There's so many cars on top of each other. Through the middle. Come on, through the middle. Oh, God damn it, Barry, stay behind him. Push, push, push. Oh, here comes Sammy Smith in the 18.
Mid-pack, Sammy Smith, the rookie.
Still Custer, Hill, and Allgaier. 1, 2, 3 at the front.
Josh Berry kind of cleared himself to the top lane, and Sammy took the run. And whoa, had a good save there, too.
It's just so much. These restarts are so intense. There's so much going on, and you got to get what you can while you can get it, right? I mean, this is the biggest opportunity to grab 2, 3, 4 spots in one corner at times.
How about these 3 youngsters, the 18, 16, and the 1 of Sam Mayer?
Be careful around that Sam Mayer, or any junior motorsports car for that matter, it seems. They can't even race with each other, as you saw in Daytona last week. Yeah, but both Atlanta races last year is what's convinced me to go to Atlanta. And if I really like this Atlanta race, I'll go again in July. So I might not get to stream an Atlanta Cup race this year.
I was saying at night here, you start to see the bumps a little bit more.
We'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm just hoping for good weather there in a couple of weeks.
It's more on stickers, right? Right after pit stop, air pressures are low. You'll really see the sparks as the racetrack continues. As nighttime comes, you'll really be able to see it actually how low these cars are.
Got to report Raja Carruth having brake problems. He slid back through the field, scored in the 33rd position, driving the 45 for Alpha Prime. And here's Raja here.
Raja Carruth almost spun out there.
Yeah, it's slick down there.
It's slick. There's a couple bumps and a lot of seal there.
You can run on the bottom in 3 and 4, but I don't recommend it in 1 and 2, really.
He's just, just barely touching the throttle on.
This looks like a 2-car race. Custer and Hill. Nemechek 3rd, though. I like that. I'm back in it. After the stupid strategy call in the first stage, they've recovered. And have an extra set of tires for later. So really hope they get to pay that off late in the race. It'll be awesome.
See Brandon Jones there in the 9. He's 1 lap down. He'd like a caution right now before Custer starts lapping guys so we can get the free pass. That would put him back on the lead lap, had to make the battery change earlier. Right now scored 37th of 38. Greg Galding out of the race, brought out our first caution for incident of the day.
Clusterfuck here. Barry, Hemrick, and Sammy Smith.
As strong this run, you know, he was running.
Barry into the top 5.
Had that caution, restarted. You know, he's in jeopardy of losing 6th here to Sammy Smith. I'm not sure. You know, the nighttime temperatures, the track's going to change. You know, it's going to go through a swing. So the teams, as the temperatures cool down and the track gets maybe a little bit quicker, they're going to have to be on their toes here for this next pit stop to where they can really make adjustments.
I'd say the other side of that, Josh Berry is starting to pick off some spots. I mean, he was running back there 7th, 8th, 10th, somewhere in that neighborhood, and now the 8 car for Junior Motorsports inside the top 5. Berry won 3 races last year, made the championship 4 as an organization. They won 15 times. 3 for Barry, 3 for that guy, Justin Allgaier, both made the championship 4. 8 wins last year for Noah Gregson, who's running for Rookie of the Year in Cup this season. And Kyle Larson.
Allgaier's pitting.
Won a race, and here comes Allgaier.
What's going on? Tire going down, maybe?
16 to go in the stage.
I'm hoping that's all it is. Loose wheel.
Right now, coming into pit, and the team is going to need to make some adjustments, get those tires early. And we heard him earlier in the race talk about the fact that they were kind of gambling and he wasn't going full percent. They have a plan, and let's see if this is part of their plan, guys.
What could be the plan here? This ain't part of the plan. You're going to go a lap down. I wish they'd get that stupid fucking sponsor thing off the ticker. I glance at it and think it's a caution. I know it's orange, but if you're not looking right at it, it makes you think a caution come out or something. A vibration on the 7, so possibly a loose wheel. And Stahl's coming out of his box. Glad I didn't bet on the 7 today.
And now this brings into question, you know, who's going to be in line for that free pass, because his teammate Brandon Jones was there.
Junior Motorsports Day going down the shitter. Our last hope is Josh Berry.
With 15 laps
you know, Sam Mayer ain't going to do shit.
Crazy, you know, Allgaier was hanging in there. I mean, he was 4th. You know, he was staying with those guys who had a little bit fresher tires than him. He thought his car was good. And
Chandler Smith passing Austin Dillon, his teammate.
Yeah, what an unfortunate situation for those guys.
I mean, that's what NASCAR racing's about these days, right? You just got to be perfect all the time, whether you're the driver, the crew chief calling the race, or the pit crew changing the tires. You cannot afford to make mistakes.
Hemrick. Oh, Hemrick. Like this, right? If Fontana wasn't that wide, he would have wiped out Parker Klugerman there.
You're giving up points. You're giving up track position. It's going to take all day to get back up there.
Hemrick back to 9th, Regan.
Daniel Hemrick still struggling with the front end of that race car as he's been sliding back slightly since the restart. Team checked with him, said it's very tight still, but they also checked with him on that leg. Remember the right leg that is injured? He said right now it's just comfortable. He's basically playing through the pain. Said it doesn't feel great, but it's as comfortable as it can.
Yeah, Hemrick was on crutches yesterday. What was that about? He has some kind of leg injury, not related to a crash or a racing. Oh, he was working out and hurt his leg. That's why he was walking around on crutches yesterday. I saw that on Twitter. I don't know if they showed it on television or not, because I didn't watch any of that pointless pre-race yesterday because we knew they weren't going to race.
He's really been falling off here the last few laps. That car's really tanking on him here the last, seems like 10 to 12 laps or so. You see they're just stacked up behind him, one after another. Here comes Reddick underneath him now.
Yeah, and hey, Sheldon Creed right behind him too. Let's give a call to them involved in that.
Custer drove away from Hill by over a second. Looked like it was going to be a battle. Now it is clearly not.
That is really
Sheldon Creed's up to 12th after getting spun.
There in the 25, and give them a call too. Moffitt having a nice evening here in Southern California. 12 to go. Stage 2, Custer and Hill, the top 2. We keep it side by side.
Ooh, side by side. Oh, they're showing an Atlanta commercial. You know, I'm not going to the Saturday races in Atlanta, but I'm sure when I'm sitting there watching them at home, I wish I was there. So, I want to go now. I am 21 rows up just at the end of the qual. You know, I just realized that if there's a bad wreck in Atlanta, a car's going to come through the catch fence and smack my ass because of where I put my seats. Maybe that's why those seats were $20 cheaper than the seats next to them. John Hunter Nemechek, second place around the outside of Austin Hill, down the backstretch, coming to 10 to go in the stage. He ain't got shit for Custer, but maybe something bad will happen to Custer. Sorry, Michael. I'd like to get 2 wins in one day. Sheldon Creed is 9th. I didn't think that damage would really hurt him. It was like square on the back bumper, the lower part of the back bumper, and that doesn't hurt anything. As long as that spoiler wasn't jacked up, and they were obviously able to get it back down. It wasn't jacked up very much. And we have not racing at Fontana for the first time, I want to say, since like 2009, I'm thinking. I can't remember a not race here since then. Maybe I'm blanking on something. Caution with 9 to go. What happened? I wish it was Custer. No idea what the caution's for, but we got one. Josh Berry slowed down the back. Did he get spun or something? He was not near the 2, so no, there was no revenge at play here. He's
inside of 10 laps.
Looks like he's got a flat. He hit the wall.
And there's a problem here with the 8 of Josh Berry, so we're under caution for the 5th time. And bad news for him, good news for his teammate Justin Allgaier, who was the first car 1 lap down. He will get the free pass here, and likely with the field
some right side damage, but not a lot. Was that really worth a caution, NASCAR?
So a couple of junior motorsports drivers going to benefit from the misfortune of another.
Yeah, gosh, that's the 3rd junior motorsports car to have an issue tonight. Like you said, the 7's going to get the lucky dog. 9 will probably get it here at stage break, but you know, hopefully they can recover. But junior motorsports has had some pretty bad stretches here the last few runs, just getting some bad luck from Brandon Jones's battery, the 7's loose wheel, and now
Junior Motorsports is officially fucked for the 2nd week in a row.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, you saw when they were showing the 8, there was no Goodyear lettering on the right side tires. That's usually a telltale sign of contact with the blue wall.
You know, if you were going to rename...
Shout out to Fox for not having a replay. It couldn't have been that big contact. There's not a lot of damage. It just looks like he scraped the wall.
They're doing a really good
Must have been a lot of smoke when he hit the wall.
This place for the very first time. They're running for Rookie of the Year for their respective teams. Colleague and Joe Gibbs Racing, Chandler and Sammy, a combined 38. You see what they've accomplished in their career. Very impressive here tonight.
Very young drivers, too. You see 18 and 20 years old.
Ah, how about it?
Oh, that's so funny, Fox. Ha ha.
You know, we talked earlier, Sammy Smith has a really fast car. He's got the 3rd. That car seems to just be getting better and better.
Got some cars further back pitting, including Barry, who just hit the wall.
Barry making a pit stop. A couple of others coming down as well, Regan.
Stay out here at the end of the stage. Get your track position back.
Right there that he was involved in that car. It got very loose just prior to that. As the spin happened, he told the guy, "Sorry, guys, it just got up from underneath me."
You know, he comes down here and gets the tires. I want to go back and clarify. We were talking about Sheldon Creed. He's had an unbelievable recovery, going to be in position here to get some stage points. One of the reasons they've had their recovery, as we talked about during the break, they got those tires. But in any event, really, really good job by the 2 bunch of making something out of a very difficult situation. The driver from RCR is 8th right now.
Super impressive. He should be in the infield care center right now.
Yes.
He's racing still.
If he was in a cup car, he'd be in concussion protocol with that contact to the rear. Am I right?
To go when we go green after the break.
You know, speaking of Joe Gibbs, Karen, I've come to the conclusion people didn't hate Kyle Busch. They hate Joe Gibbs because they see through his fucking hypocritical, phony Christian bullshit. That's the main reason I've turned on Joe Gibbs. I mean, yeah, Kyle's an asshole and used to be a bigger asshole than he still is, but people just don't like Joe Gibbs because they don't like that phony Christian shit.
Restart. Going to be 5 laps to go. Stage 2, front row. Cole Custer, John Hunter Nemechek.
5-lap shootout for the stage win.
Got some fast cars up front. John Hunter, Cole Custer.
All the main contenders stayed out. Sammy Smith and Custer on the front row. Hill and Nemechek on the second row. Good launch on that outside line. They're 3 wide from third on back.
Just a little bit, you know, we talked about the top is, I think, the preferred lane on older stuff.
I think that's obvious. Top line's a little better.
Spun the tires a little bit. Ooh.
Sammy Smith into third. Nemechek second. Austin Hill about to get turned.
Here comes Sheldon Creed with that Torb race car.
What happened to Austin Hill on this restart? He just plummeted. He's barely in the top 10 now. He looks like he's so slow he's got a problem. He doesn't, but that's just what it looks like.
He is scored 5th right now.
Parker's like the top side of the racetrack tonight. You know, he's been
and Custer's just eating that clean air up. Custer has the easiest path to victory I've ever seen.
He's done a very good job of that tonight.
Clean air this year means more than ever in Xfinity. Certainly compared to recent years. It's always been good, but I know with the changes, the little changes they've made to the aero package, it's even
like
worse now.
Because there was a lot of anticipation for him in that 48. After last week and things didn't go their way and had a couple of run-ins, and here he is making some hay.
I'd say you're seeing a good comeback right now.
Ooh, Nemechek, big run off of 4. He pulled up on Custer there. Couldn't get to his quarter panel, though, so Custer just motors away from him.
So much fun about Fontana is you get different lanes going right here. Not as many lane options down here at 1 and 2. It's kind of the three top lanes are kind of the ones you want to be in. You can tell the lanes by the seams there, right? So the top 3 lanes are kind of the ones you want to be in. But when you get down to 3 and 4, the other end of the racetrack, it's wall to grass. You pick.
Hey, there's a long way to go in this race, but you feel like Nemechek and Custer are going to be very much a part of the mix throughout.
Nemechek, Custer. I think Sammy Smith has he's kind of closing in on these guys, you know, as they run here. I think these 3 guys are the best.
Yeah, that lap
You know,
Custer just took off. Nemechek had one shot.
13th, he has a little bit
2 to
fresh
go.
tires than everybody else when he made it.
Lap 69.
He's
Nice.
still in this thing. I think he can still kind of be a player in this.
But for those guys up front, how much can you learn about one another and how you handle these situations that would then maybe transfer late in the race when all the money's on the line?
Well, absolutely. They're learning each other's moves on these restarts one after another, right? It evolves. The drivers are evolving. They're getting smarter every time. They're learning what their cars can and cannot do, and they're working these moves on someone. When you get beat by a move, you're not going to let it happen 2 times. So you have to keep changing up your restarts because late in the race, a late race restart, they're ready for that move. They're looking for it.
How is this possible? These stages are 35 laps. Final lap to go right here. Allgaier
1 to go in the
unscheduled pit
stage.
stop, over halfway through the stage.
Yeah, Allgaier's
Loses
back
lap,
in the
gets
top
free
10.
pass, and oh, by the way, he's going to get some
Maybe
stage
Junior's
points
not
here.
fucked
This
yet
is a
after all.
remarkable comeback within this stage as Custer leads him off at 2.
Tires are big. He's going to get a couple more, I think, before the end of the stage.
And the other teammate, Brandon Jones, a lap down, should get the free pass here at the end of the stage.
Here comes your push. You're clear.
This for 6th. Herbst, Creed, and Mayer. And Allgaier right there with those fresh tires.
3-1.
And all of that happening.
Damn, Nemechek again had a great run off of 4 and almost got to Custer. Custer wins the stage, but just barely. Nemechek's got something figured out on that end of the racetrack. What happened to Barry? He brushed the wall, spun out. No damage, really, so he'll be fine.
Has swept both stages here and gone
Custer
on to
swept
win
the
race.
stages.
His name, Joey Logano, 2018. And let's pay it off. Allgaier gets to 6th, gets 5 stage points. Heck of a rally for the driver out of Illinois. Final stage coming up.
Into stage 2, I'm thirsty again. You know, I said I think by the end of this season we can hit 1,000 subscribers finally, and I can stream when I'm at the racetrack, stream pre-race stuff and maybe post-race stuff and just talk. Give you guys a vibe of what it's like to be at these races. I know you guys go to races too, but for the ones you're not at, you want to know what it's like for everybody that's there. And we've gained, since Daytona, we've gained a handful of subscribers already, so we're right at 900. We got 100 to go. I think Allgaier's shot at Cup rides is over, Michael. I really do. I always thought Allgaier didn't get a fair shake at Penske because he got replaced by the fucking Chia Pit. You know, the Harry Potter Chia Pit up there in the booth, Joey Logano. Or Plugs, as I like to call him now. It's my new nickname for him, old Plugs.
Steps into the ring against the unhinged Liv Morgan. An all-new Friday Night SmackDown. Live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
We look forward to that. We also look forward to the finish here in Fontana,
Rhea Ripley
California,
versus Liv
with the
Morgan.
Xfinity
I look
Series.
forward to
Hope you're
SmackDown
enjoying
this
your
week.
Sunday evening, and thanks for hanging with us. With Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, I'm Adam Alexander, Josh Sims, Regan Smith on pit road, Shannon Spake, Jamie McMurray, America's crew chief Larry McReynolds hanging in the studio. It's been a long day in NASCAR, but boy, has it been worth it. Cup race unbelievable earlier today. So many storylines. Kyle Busch gets the win, first for RCR.
Good for Kyle
making
Busch.
a move in the offseason. And now these Xfinity cars. A day late, but boy, they're getting after it as well so far. It's been the Cole Custer show. Wins both stages. He's led 45 of 72 laps, and he'll be the first on pit road here. He has executed on track. We'll see if the crew can do it on the pit lane. It's Custer, Nemechek, Sammy Smith, Dillon, and Kligerman. Here they come, Regan.
Adam Austin Dillon's car really seems to be coming to life for him right now. Just a little bit too tight on corner exit turns 3 and 4. But they're going to leave it alone. They're expecting this track to continue freeing up some as it continues to cool off. And the 2 car is Sheldon Creed. That car had been loose all night long up until that spin that we saw and the damage that he got that they had to repair. Right now, just a little on the tight side. Josh?
Well, Cole Custer in the double zeros led the most laps so far. He said he fired off really well, but as the run went along, he began to lose the right rear.
Little slow, very slow on the right front for Custer. Here's an opportunity for Nemechek or Austin Hill or someone else to steal the lead. Slow stop for Custer and Sammy Smith.
First off pit road.
Sheldon Creed second.
The 18 getting it done.
Where the fuck is Nemechek?
2 positions, maybe 3 here.
Good God.
So we're going to recycle.
Custer has a slow stop and Nemechek tops it. They have a slower one.
Spots too. He had a tough pit stop. So
This is Daniel Hemrich's last year with Colleague. I would probably say yes. Sheldon Creed's the leader.
Great comeback in stage 2. We talked about it for Justin Allgaier. Had a vibration, unscheduled pit stop. Inside of 20 laps to go on the stage. He pits, loses a lap, gets a caution, gets the free pass, gets stage points, and he's right back in the game.
Yeah, let's check in with Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Adam Alexander up here at the Fox booth. You got us? Maybe not. Try again. Allgaier, Logano in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, buddy, go ahead.
Well, you've had a very eventful day. We think your car is fast, but it seems like you've been off strategy, doing different things. You've green flag pit stop, still getting stage points. You've been all over the place. You happy to be on the same schedule as everybody else now?
Well, you know, sometimes you got to be a little different. Makes life a little more interesting and more fun. But so far, really proud of everybody here on our brand fresh and our Culture 70th anniversary car. Just got speed, you know, and we're able to manage the traffic the way we want to and do the pit stops the way we want to. Just seems like we can't get ahead tonight. So, you know, we know if we can get up here and get some clean air, I think we got plenty of speed to be able to go race these guys and battle for a win. So, like I said, proud of everybody at Junior Motorsports, Chevrolet, education department. We're trying to be as fast as Xfinity 10G, but we're not quite there yet.
Well, it seems like you're right. When Larry Mack says you just follow the leader if you follow the leader. So you're doing different things. You can't be better if you don't do things differently. So you're definitely winning the different thing.
Hemrich is a solid veteran, but then again, so was Paul Menard. So does that really make him special? He's still better than Matt to been a dumbass, though.
Camera shot when you were talking. I'm trying to get the running order coming off of turn 4. I jump right up in the window, and I mean Blaney's about to lose it. Okay.
Yeah, Sammy Smith's leader, not Sheldon Creed. My bad. I don't know why I got that mixed up. I saw it when it happened that Sammy Smith won the race off pit road.
That's it.
It makes us feel better when you mess up, you know, because we do it all the time. So.
All right, so hey, let's go. This is what I was checking on. Where is everybody in the running order? Among them, John Hunter Nemechek, as you documented, Ryan, he had some problems on pit road. So let's go back and check out what happened here with his stop. And Josh, you were down there covering it, so did you see anything?
And as you guys see, an issue on the left side of the car with the jack, man. He had trouble getting
the
that
top
up,
2
and
cars
that,
got fucked on
cost him
pit road.
as he came out 18th after going in second, guys.
Man.
Yeah, it looks like there's an
Now I
issue
see
with
why
the
they had him
jack.
stay out
He
earlier.
jacks it
Less
up,
time
the
on
seats
pit
down,
road,
he
the
jacks it
better
up
for
again,
Nemechek,
seats
it
back
seems.
down again. An issue with the jack.
By the way, Josh Berry stayed out. He last pitted at lap 63, so he's got some older tires, but he's got track position.
Josh Berry's actually the leader because I thought he was still a lap down. I thought Berry got lapped earlier, so actually he's the leader. We'll get it right one of these days. Then again, I've been up moving around, not looking at the screen this entire time.
I did not expect this race to turn into so much of a strategy race with tires. All these cautions and stuff have really changed up the game as we go into the third stage here.
Barry, Sammy Smith, Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill.
Sammy Smith.
Custer's lost a few spots. Nemechek's mid-pack now.
That car's a hoss.
Yep.
Young driver, 18 years old, right?
Yep.
He is, he's 18. Hadn't turned 19 yet. Johnstown, Iowa. Now our Toyota top performers. So you got the 18-year-old from Johnston. Kaz Grahl is up there driving the 26. He's fought through some.
I don't want to jinx this, but the Fox Sports app on Roku works very well.
And the 24 is 13th, doing double duty today. Joe Graff Jr. driving for Gibbs for the first time.
I don't think Denny's leaving the 11 yet. When does Denny Hamlin's contract run out with Gibbs? Figure Joe will probably shuffle him to the side too, and Denny will go drive for himself.
We'll see if he can get it done. And also Cole Custer.
Denny will drive for his own team before it's over with. I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah, and you brought Nemechek. He's back in 17th with a fast race car as well. So they'll get back up there, I'm sure. May take some time. They'll need another caution.
All right, let's see what we got. Stage 3. No more guaranteed cautions. Custer got shuffled back to the third row here. Barry shits the bed on the restart. The 18 launches better. It kind of evens out. And Austin Hill goes 3 wide. Custer's peeking through the middle. 3 wide for fourth. It's time to go. You don't know if you're getting another caution or not. Everybody has to pit again. We know that.
You know, and Custer knows who his competition is. You know, I mean, he's raced around the fast guys all night. You know, he knows the 18.
Custer 3 wide in the middle now. Allgaier got to his inside. Parker Kligerman's on his outside. I'm glad Kligerman has a decent competitive team to race for this year. The 48 team's getting better every year. We know they're capable of winning now. We saw that last year. I hope Parker can step up.
Last year, Sammy Smith did that he has speed, he has talent, and we saw that.
Before Jeffrey Earnhardt kills him in his sleep. You guys see that confrontation in the garage last week? It was on Twitter. God, Custer's getting fucked. Custer's been on the bottom, getting sucked around by the cars on his outside, and he's got trash on the grill now. So, man, it sucks being in traffic. For a car that good to struggle that much, John Hunter just passed Custer going into turn 3. So John Hunter's making it work. Custer's not making it work at all.
Nemechek's passed him now. I mean, John Hunter's made really good progress. You know, up a handful of spots. So, and that was the Double Zero's biggest competition, I thought, before, besides the 18, before that last caution. So, John Hunter's had a really good restart, and Cole has not had the best restarts.
And it's so inviting. Look how nobody's down in the bottom here in 1 and 2. It's so inviting to go down there. You want to take
it is. There's just no momentum there off the corner. You can send it off in the corner on the bottom, but you better complete the pass mid-corner.
You got to think risk versus reward. It's tempting.
It got all those bumps down the backstretch. It looks like a fireworks show when the field's going through the backstretch.
Custer's starting to back up. Maybe an issue there. Not sure. We'll continue to follow his progress.
Well, this is kind of the first time.
Only car in that top 5 I see that's a real race winner's got to be Austin Hill. Unless Sammy Smith can surprise us. I think the winner's going to be Allgaier, Nemechek, or Custer, if Custer can bounce back here.
About how to race other cars and how to pass them. He's been in the lead the whole time.
Hey, we're giving love to Sammy Smith. Chandler continues to impress. Driving the
Michael, you got your Riley Herbst bet. He's 4th.
Last year in Xfinity competition, but so good driving in the Craftsman Truck Series for Kyle Busch.
Damn, Chandler Smith cut down on the apron there. Looked like he was drifting.
He has been really good. Solid last week at Daytona. Just kept his nose clean, top 15. and doing it again tonight in Fontana, California.
And, you know, he's leading the way for the college group right now, you know, in front of Austin Dillon, in front of Hemrick. I mean, he's doing a really good job with some, you know, great teammates.
Well, and you think about what that team did last year with A.J. Allmendinger, win the regular season championship, and such a player throughout the year, winning 5 times. So that's a connection, no doubt, that is not surprising when you consider their background.
3 wide. Custer passes Nemechek, and Austin Dillon clears him into 3. He could slide up if he wanted to. He's easing up there. I think he waited too long. Here comes Nemechek. Here comes Dillon. Something's got to give. Dillon had to jump out of the gas, and he got loose there. A little off-throttle oversteer.
Couldn't get there in time.
Nemechek stays in front of him.
69
That's for 8th place.
NASCAR Xfinity Series in
Ooh, it's a
Fontana.
crank it
Let's
up.
crank it up.
Did they crank it up today in the Cup race? I didn't listen much because I'm too busy talking, because that's what I do here. Because I didn't get to say NASCAR on Fox, crank your hog.
And nothing out the rear. Did you race him before? Obviously, he just stumbled you both. So
I'm going to write a letter. Where was the crank it up in the Fontana Cup race? This is bullshit. I will not watch again. Sammy Smith still leading. little plastic bag. Oh, a lot of trash on the grill of that 18 car. Out front by himself with trash all over the grill. Sheldon Creed just passed Josh Berry for second.
Rivalry renewed.
Back to racing each other hard again.
They had a run in earlier, and now they're battling for the runner-up position.
Creed not laying over.
It should be a rivalry. It seems like the two. I mean, they're racing each other like that. I mean, I kind of think the two.
18's got to stop and get that trash off. He's blowing water. He's overheating.
He must have trash on the grill.
He definitely has trash on the grill.
He might have to let somebody go and try to get behind him.
Oh, that car's just pumping.
He's going to have to try to tuck in tight.
3 wide. Josh Berry leads the lap. Creed second. Creed to the lead from the outside now. And the trash comes off the 18, but is it too late? He's pushing water.
Creed split the middle.
What a bad break for Sammy Smith.
That was impressive.
Oh, my God. These three are going to wreck each other. Ah, Sammy Smith. He fired that thing through 2 and took the lead back. 2's hanging on his door, though. He ain't going to clear him. That shows a lot of speed in that 18 car. He let them go and then immediately passed them back. And here comes Herbst. Here comes Allgaier and the rest of the field. Everybody caught up now.
I think the 8 had the 2 jacked up.
And the 18 clears him off a 4. He takes the lead back. Tim should go down now. Creed looking to his inside. Brandon Jones spins off a 4 through the grass, tears the splitter. Caution's out.
Brandon Jones got the free pass.
His Xfinity cars still can't go through grass like Cup cars can, and it just destroyed the 9.
7th caution of the night.
Right when the racing up front was getting really good. What happened? Ooh, he tried to clear Reddick and wrecked himself. You're not clear, man. You're not clear. Talk to your spotter.
Yeah, that's one of those weird situations to where, you know, the spotter was maybe kind of hesitant. Brandon was a little hesitant, and the door closed, and Tyler was there.
No way I clear him in front of that wreck if I'm the spotter. Come on.
You know, I mean, it's not
I say that as a guy who's never spotted, but geez.
A guy that's coming up on him, right? Like, and that's a tough spot for the spotters to see.
What's with Junior Motorsports cars running into Tyler Reddick today?
That's kind of tough.
Now let's go back and check this out. This was remarkable.
Yeah, this is where Sammy Smith is overheating, so he's letting his guys go. He gets right behind him. Boom! You see the garbage come off the grill. Now watch this stuff.
Yeah. So the 8's going to pack air on the 2. The 18's going to pack air on the 8. Get him.
That was awesome.
Drive by both of them.
Thank you. What's been the most impressive thing about Sammy Smith tonight? Because I feel like he's done a little bit of everything.
You know, I think he's done a good job being patient. We've seen right off the bat that 18 car
definitely cannot make it from here.
And he kind of held his cars there for a minute. And I think that's just being a rookie and new to this racetrack and figuring out what lanes work, what lanes don't. And over time, you've seen him just methodically move through the field a little bit. Now he's showing his full hand, right? Now he's racing better. He knows what lanes work, what lanes don't. And now the fast car and a good driver, and it's all working now. And he just had to give him some time, right? You got to have a little, like I said, give those guys a little bit of grace. They didn't have any practice. He's a rookie at a very hard racetrack to get around.
Pit road is open. You're not in your window to be able to go the distance from here when it comes to fuel. So do you pit and give up the track position, get you some tires or not?
Sammy Smith pitting, Josh Berry's pitting, Nemechek pitting. Nemechek's got extra tires, so this could be huge right here. This could make the race or break the race for someone.
Very late call for Josh Berry to pit there. A little bit of question mark if they wanted to or not.
I like the position I'm in as a guy who bet on John Hunter.
Decided to go ahead and make the pit stop. That car very fast. Remember, older tires on that whole run. Josh?
Speaking of fast cars, 18-year-old Sammy Smith in the 18 has been making a great run here. His only complaint, just a little free when he's out front, but he said otherwise the car is really good. They're not going to make any adjustments, just going to get some tires and fuel.
Here's something to think about with some of these guys that make pit stops. They had an extra set because they had stayed out earlier when others pitted. So they played the game a little bit differently. Parker Kligerman on that list. The two guys you saw in
Nemechek, get that piece of shit rolling, please.
And Nemechek, and also the one of Sam Mayer. So not surprising that they come.
Can't even have a good pit stop when you don't pit with everyone.
Here in the final stage. It's been eventful in Fontana. 63.
It certainly has.
Sheldon Creed is the race leader.
Love all the sparks down the backstretch. This race is very aesthetically pleasing. You're right, Michael. Night racing looks cool. I just wish night racing didn't suck compared to day racing when it comes to actual racing product. Because we all know the hotter the track temps, the better for the quality of racing. But night racing looks so cool. God forbid. I hope we never get another Richmond night race. That might be the most boring race of all time, if that were to ever happen again. Richmond's bad enough in the day, but at least then you can slide around. Put Sealer back down on Richmond. Do it now. Now I was quick to jump all over the aero changes on Xfinity, but this race has definitely picked up. Cup was really good. This is good too. Post-race tech is complete in the Cup garage. Kyle Busch is officially the winner. Remember that if Sheldon Creed ends up winning this race, which is very possible.
What a weekend it's been here in Southern California. Last time NASCAR going to race on this configuration in Fontana. Sheldon Creed leading despite nearly crunching the wall earlier. One of our 7 leaders tonight. We've had 10 different lead changes. 36 cars on the lead lap. We've had so many cautions that the front runner has not been able to put cars a lap down. So it's been a very competitive race in that regard. And the first 2 stages of the night won by Cole Custer. If he's going to get the sweep, he's got some work to do. He scored.
All right, we're coming to the green. Right now. They're coming off a 2 now, so we got another 3/4 of a lap.
You know, I feel like a theme in the Cup race with you guys earlier today was coming back from adversity. A lot of drivers had something go wrong, either in the race, maybe weren't handling where they wanted it to be, speeding penalty. And
I totally get why they sold off the track.
And wins the race.
It was a brilliant business decision, and before the next-gen cars, short tracks were clearly in demand. So there's logical reasoning to why they're doing what they did. Short tracks were in demand. This track needs a repave. If you repave this place, the racing's going to suck for at least a decade. So knock it down, make it a short track. Well, then the next-gen car came along, and it sucks on short tracks, but we already sold off the land, so we're stuck. So it was a smart decision. I get it. I don't like it now, but it's too late. We asked for more short tracks. We're getting it. I just wish it wasn't at the expense of a great racetrack and facility like this one.
I don't know who's really in the catbird seat to win this thing right now.
But we'll see.
It's a long list. Creed in control right now.
Riley Herbst did not get going and pulls over to the bottom. Creed and Allgaier launch from the outside. Here comes Hill 3 wide up the middle. Where's Custer? I'm looking for Custer. Oh, Custer in the wall. Custer's in the wall with Austin Dillon. Custer and Austin Dillon crash. Well, that might kill Custer's race. Sorry, Michael. That car's still running, but I don't think he's going to win. No way he comes back and wins from that. That sucks. Austin Dillon was just an innocent victim. He committed to the top, and Custer just got stuck in the wall and came to a stop right in front of him.
They won stage 2, and then they just really could never find the rhythm.
Went down. Wasn't down when it was cautioned.
Wow. Maybe that's why we
run
saw
over
him struggling
something
a little bit in that last run. You know, we saw him lose some spots, couldn't really go anywhere, and then, you know, you wonder if that right front was soft.
When you see him at the top of your
I was just like, where's Nemechek during this? Don't get taken out.
That's probably just wave arm. Meaning there's nowhere in the right front.
Austin Dillon.
Yeah, nothing he could do, right? I mean, you're all bunched up on a restart, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, you see it just take off. Yeah, he may have ran something under caution and kind of had a slow leaker, and you don't really notice it until you barrel it down into the corner. So I'm bored. Obviously, the sound's not lighting up. That part of it was. So here you see his hands. Watch his hands just go straight to the left. Yeah.
Grew up an hour from here, had led 46 laps in the race tonight, and was trying to win in his 3rd consecutive start in Fontana. Got it done in 2019.
The right front off of Austin Dillon. But nobody cares about him.
Austin Dillon's car is injured badly as well. I mean,
yeah,
you know, that's just as bad as Custer's really, and that's going to be tough to repair and be competitive, to be honest with you.
Well, we said there was a long list of drivers that could win it, and I would say both of these drivers could have made their way onto that list given the right circumstance. Unfortunately, as you said, both probably going to be eliminated from a chance to go to victory lane tonight with 58 laps to go and lots of damage. Caution waving for the 8th time.
That damage would be good at Martinsville, Blaney.
Yes, very good at Martinsville.
I cool that right front tire. Nice. We've seen a couple guys win a race like that.
Joe Logano mentioned the right
Truex
front being
comes
off
to mind.
helping. Yeah, I was thinking of the Truex race from 2020 at Martinsville.
That one stings still.
Cooled that right front tire.
You're welcome for bringing that back up.
Ryan Blaney's been fucked out of so many wins, but especially at Martinsville.
Just over 50 to go. It's been a fun night in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Sheldon Creed leading the way.
Has anybody been fucked over more at Martinsville than Ryan Blaney? Have we all come to the realization after last year with Reddick and today with Kyle Busch that RCR was never bad? It was literally just they had bad drivers and the Dillon boys suck too. It's like, yeah, RCR's been held back by lack of talent. Reddick and Randall Burnett unlocked their potential last year, and now Kyle Busch just slots right in as a beautiful fit. You think Gregson and Gibbs are competitive at short tracks? I mean, are just the Cup cars so different and race so different on short tracks compared to Xfinity? Is that really going to help Noah and Ty? I would figure at mile and a halfs, Gibbs would be mile and a halfs and road courses. I would think are Gibbs's bread and butter in Cup, because it's just night and day what the cars do on short tracks in Xfinity compared to Cup. I hope that's I know they've made some changes to the Cup car this year on short tracks, and Goodyear's changed the tire a little bit too, but I don't think they've changed it enough. I think as long as they've got 5-gear transmissions and it can just shift down or up off a corner, the short track racing's still going to suck. I'm not going to the Martinsville spring race because I want to see what it's like. And depending on how that race goes will determine whether or not I go to the Martinsville playoff race. There's a strong chance I go to the Martinsville playoff race either way. But
2023 race
I'm skipping the Martinsville spring race, so I'll be at home watching that, streaming with you guys.
Creed, and if you want to know about this race or the Cup race that happened earlier today, tune in all week long. It's NASCAR Race Up, FS1, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is where we wanted to say, and Joey's going to be on Tuesday, and Ryan will be on Wednesday with some of that expert analysis. And then we realized they're not on the schedule this week, and the only person we can promote on the show is me, and that's really not worth it, okay? So
I'm really happy they got cartoon characters for you guys, too.
Yeah.
They got the stupid cartoon characters. They didn't even get Caitlin Vincey's hair color right.
Than I really
looks way better.
It does.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Let's get to the important stuff. How about this race? I mean, we've been all over the board, and now we get down to it. Sheldon Creed in control.
Sheldon, they fixed it up right for him. You know, we said he should be in the infield care center the way he almost hit the wall. What an amazing save. Good recovery, down a set of tires, but has the best car on the racetrack right now after they fixed that thing up. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, they definitely did, you know. And he was good before, but, you know, after that, you know, they made it a little bit better. Whatever they did, it's good. But, you know, you've seen a lot of people with problems tonight, you know.
I just wonder what they're going to replace Fontana with next year.
Back. You know, the 8 is battled back. The 18
because there's not going to be a Cup race in Fontana. You can't do a points race at the Coliseum. Get out front of me, Oz.
It's building up to be a really good finish.
You mentioned the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Let's get a report.
Martinsville playoff race last year was a lot better than the spring race. It was. But Phoenix was fucking horrible. So I'm really intrigued by how Phoenix is going to look here in a couple of weeks.
Remember he had that vibration a little while ago that forced him to make an unscheduled pit, guys.
Yeah, and you know what? He keeps he stays consistent with his lane choice on these restarts. Doesn't want the bottom. He wants that outside lane behind Sheldon Creed. And let's go back to the third guy in that top lane.
Everybody still has to pit one more time. So.
We got two more sets of stickers here.
We got Creed, Chandler Smith, Riley Herbst, Justin Allgaier, Moffitt, and Austin Hill.
We can try to make something happen.
My pick's a little too far back. Oh, it was stack up in the top lane. I thought Allgaier was going to get turned. A lot of wheel spin in that top line. Austin Hill going 3 wide, power through the middle, making room.
He forced a hole this time, though.
I really like Austin Hill's driving style. Chandler Smith takes the lead.
Look at that bottom lane. Chandler Smith making it work.
Clears Creed up top. Herbst slots into the outside in third. A lot of jostling and big runs and moves being made. Here comes Creed taking the lead back.
A lot of different players up here at the front. The Knights
sends it down onto the apron. He's going to try to slide up in front of Chandler, and he's going to clear him by a mile.
It shows you how much this place has changed.
This track looks way racier than it did earlier. That's crazy. And Smith back to his inside. Nemechek's got a tire down. Oh, I thought he had a tire down. Jesus. Nemechek hit the apron and sparks were going everywhere. I thought he was on the rim. He's fine. He's up to fourth, and he's got fresher tires. I loved our strategy there. I loved seeing him come down and pit that last time. And it might pay off for him here. Yeah, New Hampshire was an okay race last year. Gateway was a solid race, but Phoenix was terrible. Martinsville stunk. Bristol was mid. Richmond was good at the end. But the spring race wasn't that fun anyway. Oh, shit! We got a smoker, Tyler Reddick. I think it's tire rub. He got put in the wall again by another Junior Motorsports car. It was either the 8 or the 1 that did it to him. That left front's going down. And here's Nemechek to the lead. Yeah, boy. Check on out. Custer's fucked. Hill's 7th place. Don't you throw that yellow. The 24 is going to make it to the pits. He's lucky it didn't already go down, so he should just pit this time. Who did it this time? Was it the 8 or the 1? It was the 8. It was the 8. It was the 8. Oh, my God. Josh Berry, car high. My God, man. Does Junior Motorsports need new spotters? And I think the 24 made a move to hook the 8 for that, but missed him because the 8 was already clear.
The 8's on new tires. Reddick hasn't had a lot of good luck here with getting just running the fence off 4.
People are just acting like Tyler Reddick's invisible in this race. Let's watch his onboard. This ought to be good.
I think when we said watch the hands, our producer was just indicating how he's working the wheel.
Sammy Smith challenging Nemechek for the lead.
That is where your mind goes every time in that situation, Blaney.
You know, I think in that situation that he probably deserved one, you know, if it were Tyler.
Hey, Barry, though.
Fuck off, Sammy Smith. I'm trying to win some fucking money. We got to pit one more time, so it's irrelevant right now. Damn, Sammy Smith just cleared him like it was nothing. Jesus, that 18 car is fast.
I'm telling you what, if that 18 car doesn't win this race, something went very wrong. That thing is a rocket ship.
I guess I should have known when he gave up the lead to get the trash off the grill and then immediately passed Creed and Barry back. I should have known the 18 had something special. 50 to go.
Not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Still cleaning debris right now. Still cleaning debris.
Nemechek's a fucking choker. He probably won't win anyhow.
Who's cleaning the brake?
It seems like the 20 maybe.
Notice they're running 1-2. Where's the 19? Oh, yeah, not even in the top 10. Got to that quarter panel. 20's going to take the lead back here, I think.
Take us through that scenario. And the teammates, so you're kind of working together. How does all that play out?
And John Hunter's back out front. Yay. Damn, he almost hit the grass in 4. He ran so low, the right front almost hit the grass.
That's tough if you're, you know, the 20 and he's got debris on his.
Can't believe Josh Berry's 3rd and Sheldon Creed is 4th. You realize the crazy nights they've had?
No, you know. That's a weird.
Let's go win some money, JHN.
It didn't look like the 18 just let him go back by him. You know, I mean, they're still racing, so I think that was just do it.
Let's check in with Josh Berry. The 8 is third right now.
You guys are watching 24. Yeah, copy. Well, who's in that one? Okay.
Yeah, he's saying watch the 24 because he knows, like, I mean, he smushed him into the wall. and Tyler's not going to be happy about it. I don't see Tyler making a move that was going to hurt possibly for the next Sunday. This is an extra race that he doesn't have to.
Yeah, the 18's got that patented Joe Gibbs tape job on the nose under the wrap.
I don't know if he's going to retaliate in that type of way.
Because, you know, that would make such a difference.
Again, next week at Las Vegas, Tyler Reddick is.
Sam Mayer's fourth. Good for him. Not a big Sam Mayer fan, but good for him. I want Sam to do well.
Racing here, both Colleague and Big Machine have an alliance with RCR. Parker Kligerman drives by the rookie Chandler Smith.
48 Cars had a great night. You know, he's been up there in the front half of the top 10, really close to the top 5, really all night. He's done a really good job, you know, managing this race, getting his car better, and setting himself up really good with less than 50 to go.
What we were just laughing at there is Parker passed him. He gave him the peace sign out the window, like, thanks for not racing me too hard. Taylor said, yeah, right, I'm still racing you, brother.
You better put both hands on the wheel, because I'm going by.
We're not done yet. Now, Parker, you know, Parker's been in the sport for a long time. He's a good, really good race car driver, solid race car driver. Hasn't been in great equipment in a while, right? And he's dabbled in TV. He's dabbled in just trying to keep his name relevant and being in the sport. And now he has a great opportunity to run really well.
Look at all the trash floating around the front stretch. It's amazing. That's like more trash than I've ever seen there, and that's saying something. There's always trash at Michigan and Fontana.
Closing on the top 5 not long ago, but he's faded just a bit here outside the top 10, racing with the 19 of Joe Graff Jr.
Oh my God, Joe Graff Jr. is up to 11th. Wow.
In this Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, and yeah, he's making the most of it. These types of tracks have not been his strong suit with some of the other teams he has raced with. He knows he's got good equipment. We've seen what his teammates are doing, and he's hanging right in there trying to get to the top 10.
I'm not impressed he's not in the top 10, and his two teammates are running 1-2.
The top 4 right now took tires on the most recent caution.
Lap 87. Yep.
Yes, and so that they've migrated towards the top right now, and they saved a set. I mean, they deserved, and this is what they have set themselves up.
The saved set
so
came into play. I'm so happy.
Really been able to put, you know,
that and Custer ate shit, so that opened up the door for Nemechek.
So tires definitely made something.
You know, it's crazy talking about Mayer. You could create a highlight reel of everything that's gone wrong for junior motorsports tonight. They got 3 cars in the top 5 right now.
That's right.
And the only one that's not is Brandon Jones, who went sliding through the grass earlier.
I mean, it was an eventful race for everybody involved so far today. I mean, it's been a lot of crazy things happening. So it's probably the most calm the race has been the whole time. Still a lot of action and a lot of passing going on, though. The eye camera, he's running up next to the wall there.
Look at that.
Kind of splitting the top seam a little bit. That seams, though, you don't want to get stuck on the seams. There's no grip on the seams. You want to be able to be on one side or the other. You can split it, that's okay, but you don't want to get your left side or your right side's on the seam. There's just no grip. That sealer is just mush and not real good.
How about the fact he's in the top 20, Raja? I mean, you know, he's had a lot of things not go his way tonight, and he's hanging around. Driving for Alpha Prime Racing.
Somebody tell Sammy Smith I said, fuck off. We're trying to win money here.
In the race tonight.
The 18 is back.
And they know with 43 laps to go, this could be for the win, possibly. Probably going to use, there'll be another pit stop in here, but, you know, getting the lead right now is big, and right now you see Smith, he's going to clear.
Yes, super. The 20 might have debris again on his grill. You know, he did cross him right there.
You saw some garbage fly there.
I was going to say, I thought I saw something fly there.
Maybe you don't want to be an elitist.
Yeah, maybe just let this 18 lead the race if you're the 20.
And all these hot dog wrappers.
Yeah, I thought the 20 was, he was pulling on him. He was
Whoa! 18 got loose.
Oh, baby.
They both got loose. Nemechek was just following him in his tire tracks.
You know, I thought the 20 pulled away from him a little bit, so I was a little surprised, you know, that the 18 ran him down. So I think the
18 gives the 20 the top. I'm actually kind of surprised by that.
Recharge and go back at him.
He's going to have a run right here, I can tell you that much.
I'm shocked the 18 can still run the bottom of 3 and 4 that good.
18's got grip like nobody else has.
Yeah, so
the way he's able to actually do stuff on the bottom.
He's re-going.
He tries to take the top away from the 20 and 2, but hey, we're taking the lead back, baby. Get me my money. 2 for 2 today. Come on, we're 40 laps away. We got another pit stop though.
That is one way to verify.
Which is bad news because the 20 team's not exactly been, you know, on their game tonight.
It's a teammate theme in the top 5. 1-2, Joe Gibbs Racing. 3-5, Junior Motorsports. And running third, Sam Mayer. We talked about him. But let's not forget, last Saturday night in Daytona, he was going for his first career win and got upside down on that final lap, got caught in the grass, and then flipped back over on his 4 tires. But it's good to see him coming back and having a strong run in Southern California. 40 laps to go. We'll go side by side.
40 to go.
Hunter Nemechek in charge.
Wish we didn't have to pit again. Parker Kligerman's pitting. He's the first car of the top 10. 39 to go. I'd like to see this race go green. Unless Nemechek loses the lead on pit stops, then I'll be hollering, come on, yeah, well, look at all this debris and shit everywhere. Because, I mean, there's shit everywhere on this track, it seems. Wonder what happens if an SRX race gets rained out. SRX is on Thursday nights this year. And we got some debris hanging off of somebody's car. Please black flag him before that falls off and becomes a caution. Please. '20 starting to drive away from the 18. So I would kill to see this race go green.
Side by side, some debris flapping on the back end of Cole Custer's car, and so, you know, with that, if we were to get a caution for debris, that would be huge because we
Allgaier on pit road.
Green flag pit stops. These are scheduled, and Justin Allgaier coming in with 37 laps to go.
Yeah, this is a lot of strategy here right now, right? You get
right here, right now. How many times can you say right now in one race?
2+ seconds a lap faster than the guys that are still out there. But they're also going to have newer tires later in the run and may come back. He's got a lot of time to make up, the 7 does, to the Gibbs cars that are out front.
Austin Hill
Here
on
comes
pit
Austin
road.
Hill.
He was at back half of the top 10.
Right now. Not sure I know exactly what's happening, but there's a lot going on.
You guys had a cycle of green flag stops earlier today.
SRX, I'm really excited for SRX this year. The things that were hurting SRX for me was the dirt racing product sucked, and I didn't think the field was deep enough. I thought there were too many fucking average to mediocre bums running SRX, but now we got some serious talent coming in.
Well, the one car, Sam Mayer. That car has come to life as the temperatures have cooled off. He is very happy with that race car right now. Early in the race, too loose.
And SRX is on a Thursday night this year, which is great for me.
Chandler Smith coming onto pit road. Again, all these pit stops scheduled. And everyone
Give me something to do during the week. And everybody's pitting. I think the 20 needs to pit next time around.
Daniel Hemrick making a stop, 35 to go.
So, we saw the one come in. So he was the closest to the 20, right? I mean, he was a couple seconds back. Was on the same tire strategy. They decided to put their tires on early to try to see if they could jump the 20. As they, that's his only shot to probably get in front.
Barry on pit road.
Josh Berry third, Regan.
Adam, they asked him about 10 laps ago how that car was. He simply said, tight. That's all that came out from the driver's seat. Josh Berry needed some adjustments for the end here.
So Sam Mayer gave up a spot inside the top 5 to pit. Same for Josh Berry. Top 2 stay on track. The teammates from Joe Gibbs Racing, Nemechek, and Sammy Smith.
What are you talking about? When's the SRX championship? I don't know. It's like the season starts in June and it runs for like 6 to 7 weeks or something. Here's Nemechek on pit road. Please nail this pit stop.
To go for John Hunter Nemechek. Got a few others coming down with him. Josh, what's up?
Yep, and like you mentioned, scheduled pit stop for John Hunter Nemechek.
18 hasn't pitted yet. That's good. Glad the 20 beat him to the pits.
Teammate Sammy Smith stays on track here. I'm guessing he'll come next time around because you don't want to give up too much.
I would think so, right? I mean, I don't know if you want to stay out there too long.
I mean, he's already given up. Yeah, I'd say he's probably not pitting after passing that lap car, or maybe.
Stop looks clean on the 20 so far.
You hate to give up one lap.
Kind of slow on that left front. Fucking A.
One lap, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, their teammates.
I wouldn't be surprised if the 18 gets just in front of the 20.
To play the games as well, because they know how closely matched their cars are tonight.
This isn't Daytona and Talladega.
Got the 28 slow on pit road.
You're on your own in this scenario. Here's Sammy, Josh.
And it's been a really strong run for Sammy Smith in his first race in the Xfinity Series here at Fontana. He's getting those tires and fuel. Regan?
Sheldon Creed trying to drag out his last pit stop as long as possible. This will be the last set of sticker tires for the 2 car. They need this race to go green to the end.
Yeah, they were on a little bit of a different cycle with those tires because of the issue they had earlier and had to make that stop after the spin. All of this takes us back to the 10 of Austin Dillon. Didn't we write him off? We said no, Austin Dillon here right now. He's leading.
Damn, Austin Dillon missing a right front fender. He's got a pit, obviously.
He's running out, and at this point, if you're the 10 of Austin Dillon, just get on a different strategy. I'm with you. Run it long. And then hopefully there's a caution. You got to.
Yeah, I heard about Bill being pissy that Gibbs won't let him run any dirt races this year.
They last pitted at 93, so what do we expect out of Austin Dillon?
John Hunter's going to cycle through and be the leader, I think.
Exactly right. That's the plan.
Or is it going to be Allgaier?
So they said we're going to stay out as long as we can right here and run it long and try to catch a break.
Was he celebrating over there? Regan confirms what Joey said he was celebrating.
I was watching the tear off.
Oh, okay.
Austin Dillon got a brand new tear off. Thank you. I can see you again.
I misread the body language over there.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nice when you get a tear off in mid-run, It's kind of nice.
So we see the
20's going to be the leader. 20 did cycle through, but the 7 cycled through, but the 20's faster.
Before him, 4 laps before the 20. So 7's going to be on a little bit older stuff here. But it got him by the 20. I mean, it gained so much time on him.
Stay green, motherfucker.
It got him closer to the 20.
And here comes the pass for what will be the lead when Austin Dillon, Jeb Burton, Illis, Ross Chastain all pit.
8 laps.
This is
7 laps.
I mean, this is basically a pass for the lead, right? Because we know those top 4 are going to have to make a pit stop. So Nemechek and Allgaier are racing basically for the top spot. And when the whole cycle began, Nemechek was 2.5 seconds in front of his teammate Sammy Smith, and he's helped his advantage there. And
you go, John Hunter.
The 18 came,
I believe in you.
I'm guessing. You guys agree with that?
The 18, he's 6 seconds behind the 20, so he lost a bunch of time.
18 pitted 2 laps after the 20, and it killed his race. What were they thinking leaving the 18 car out there that long? Or did they just watch my stream and know that I had money on the 20?
We got a little
and old Joe Gibbs wanted to do me a favor.
As
Team
we mentioned
orders.
during those
Dale
pit
needs to
stops
win
in the
more
8 car,
money.
Josh Berry was getting extremely tight. The word from the team after that pit stop, there was a slow leak on the right rear. They told Josh, go after it and get some more. They feel like that car's going to be much better right now for the end of the race.
Well, that's one way to motivate your driver.
You look up there, Austin Dillon has got an advantage of 20 seconds over John Hunter Nemechek. And as we said, he's going to have to make a pit stop. There's a few others up there. Jeff Burton in the 27. Ross Chastain going to have to pit again. Ryan Ellis is in the top 10. He will have to make a pit stop. But when you look at the difference in what the times they're running, I mean, Nemechek is more than 2 seconds.
Stupid sponsor logo on the top of the screen still makes me glance up and think there's a yellow on it.
You see how fast the 26 car moved by Austin Dillon.
Yeah, you know, if you're Austin Dillon, Ross Chastain, Ryan Ellis, they're hoping for Jeff Burton even in 11th, hoping for a caution now, right? So then you come in and get your stickers, and you gain a little bit of track position because everyone would probably come in and maybe get tires again, or not, or you're at an advantage if you pit and everyone has 10 laps or so on their stuff, and you can maybe get some spots on your stickers.
If you're Austin Dillon, you're not racing for points.
I just don't know what the crew chief of the 8 team was thinking. That just killed their race. But thank you. I'm glad you killed your race. Made it easy for me. If it stays green.
You got nothing to lose. You might as well give it a shot.
Hey, and speaking of that 10 car, next week, we saw Justin Haley race it last week at Daytona. It's the all-star car for Colleague Kyle Busch, who won the Cup race today, making his return to the Xfinity Series, hometown race. He'll be driving the 10 car for Colleague the next 2 weeks. And, hey, Friday night, we got the Craftsman Truck Series on FS1 from Las Vegas. Kyle going to be running the 51. And then he'll run the Xfinity car Saturday and obviously going for back-to-back wins in the Cup car on Sunday. So Kyle going to be very busy as he goes back to Vegas next weekend.
Triple header.
There you see he's 15 seconds back, and the advantage for Nemechek over Allgaier just over a second.
Gonna be an anxious 25 laps.
Anytime between now and the next 5 or 6 laps would probably be great.
There's debris everywhere.
Yeah,
Sanders team.
By himself.
Can't believe John Hunter only has 2 Xfinity wins in his career coming to this race.
You know, the 20 is probably.
I feel like Nemechek could have easily won more. I mean, last year he got the old Ty Gibbs teammate special last year at Richmond, or he would have won that one.
Be a factor, right?
You know how Ty Gibbs likes to race his teammates,
John Hunter that. So he's still 25.
or used him because he can get away with it.
For the long run, as he should. It's a very smart play.
Yeah, he's just managing the gap to the 7 and the 1. And like those guys, if they start catching him, maybe he picks it up. But for now, let's just don't make mistakes. Chill out. Save your stuff.
And speaking of saving, most everybody has at least one set of tires left should the caution come out, with the exception of Sheldon Creed, who, as we know, had that spin early and had to make a pit stop, and so they played the strategy a little bit differently because of that. And the guys indicated during our pit reports they don't want a caution. They need this thing to run out green. Everybody else would be okay because they've got a set lane should the caution fly between now and the end.
Austin Dillon's still leading, but he's got a pit.
With Sheldon Creed, you see he's back there to 11th now. There for a minute, he was running the leaders down.
Austin Dillon had a solid Cup race today. He got a top 10. His teammate won.
It doesn't seem like he has that magic anymore. I don't know what.
Oh, we got a caution, a 43. Ryan Ellis. Austin Dillon gets to pit with the leaders from the lead.
Nemechek pitted 10 laps ago.
You're going to pit again.
Do you take your last set to 23 laps?
Yes! You pit now, I think.
It was kind of that threshold of where, if you're over 20, maybe you stay. If you're under 20, you make a pit stop. This is a tough call for everybody, with the exception.
I think there's no question you pit now.
Right? I mean, it's easy for them.
You pit now. You got to stay on the offensive here. You got to be offensive.
Early in the corner, that's like
you pit now. If you stay out now, you're going to put John Hunter in the same situation he was in the first stage when they had him stay out.
That was staying out. He was running long.
So,
Austin Dillon's strategy. So
pit.
a lot of laps on him.
You're going to restart with under 20 to go, so pit now.
The crew chief for Austin Dillon. He's happy to see the caution. He said, let's run long. Hopefully we get a yellow. And their prayers are answered.
My prayers have been answered. Not mine. I wanted to see that go green, you fucking cocksucker.
When we had that remarkable finish.
Ryan Illis, you no talent hack.
I mean, it was
one of the slowest cars in the field, and he just spins out.
On the final lap of that race.
There's been some great races. It's so sad this is the last one, ladies and gentlemen. If you're tuning into this, you're watching history. This is the end. Final race at the 2-mile track.
So this is 2016, okay? Kyle Busch is going to win. It's no-brainer. He's dominated. Takes the white flag. Oh, my gosh, he's got a tire issue. So here comes his teammate Daniel Suarez, who had never won. Suarez is going to win. He's out of gas. Kyle goes back to the lead, but he's nursing it, and he can't bring it all the way back. And here comes Austin Dillon, the 2, riding the wall, and he gets it done. The only lap he led in the race was that lap, and he led like maybe a quarter of a mile. Incredible.
Well, they were just showing one of Kyle Busch's Xfinity Series losses. Always made me smile.
We wrecked earlier, and I saw the whole finish in front of me. Kyle blowing tire, and it's pretty crazy. Maybe Austin can do it again today.
Yeah, Michael, contrast Joe Gibbs. Oh, wait. And everybody who's smart is pitting. Nemechek, Allgaier, Mayer, Josh Berry, Sammy Smith. But, yeah, contrast Joe Gibbs' reaction to Ty Gibbs wrecking his teammate for the win in the fall Martinsville race to Brandon Jones winning the spring Martinsville race with a clean pass and Gibbs looking all fucking bitter and angry because Ty didn't win.
So they're going to come in and get topped off with fuel.
So, yeah, fuck Joe Gibbs. I hope Kyle Busch wins half the races this year just to stick it up his ass.
The all-important race off pit road.
He was all bitter about Brandon Jones winning the spring race and then all pumped when Jones got spun in the fall race. Race off pit road goes to Austin Dillon. Nemechek second. So I still think Nemechek's going to win this thing. I still think Nemechek wins, but it's lane choice on the restart. You know the 10 is going to take the top. If Austin Dillon's smart, he'll take the top. Do you want to line up behind the 10 and go on the top? Or do you want to take the bottom? But I think putting yourself on the bottom makes you a little more vulnerable. Tough call here.
I don't know about all that.
But pitting there was the right call.
Given how beat up that car is.
The 18 is back in play here. They get bailed out of their shitty strategy choice by running a little longer in that last run.
Let's go back and look at the stop for John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh, got the hose.
Another bad stop for Nemechek, but they still came out in second.
Now, and I repeat,
20 still came off pit road second.
Worked earlier today, and we know there were a lot of pit stops because you always want tires. They did the cup race, single lug. Now you're hitting 5 lugs. That's a mental grind for all these guys that are going over the wall. Regan?
Adam, just to clarify on the 10 car of Austin Dillon, he said he thought it helped the car on entry. He didn't say anything about the rest of the quarter. He just thought it helped it on entry.
That's actually funny. They're making me laugh today. Instead of corny forced announcer laughs, I'm actually laughing.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Okay.
Now this restart's going to be really interesting because we talked about the fact that Sheldon Creed didn't.
Lane choice is going to decide this race. I think Nemechek should win.
Really, he didn't have much of an option unless he was going to put some old scuffs on. Ultimately, they stay on
lane
track.
choice.
So you've got him up there, old tires.
Who rolls better? Who goes 3 wide in the middle or around the top or sends it off into 1 on the bottom? I don't know.
Some kind of restart. And hey, Ryan Sieg, another driver that's being shown up there.
Yeah, so Austin Dillon is actually sitting 3rd right now.
Okay, yeah, 2 cars stayed out, so that's unfortunate.
John Hunter Nemechek, who's proven to be fast. The 7, who we think is fast.
Nemechek, you got to get on this horse and ride.
Everybody, yeah.
I'm going to steal Clint Boyer's horse analogy.
In timing and scoring. He actually came down pit road and came across the start-finish line to trip us. He's not going to restart in that position.
Okay. So then the question kind of comes out being, and here's Austin Hill taking a checkered flag last week.
I mean, what a start for RCR. They win last week. I mean, a pole and a race in the Xfinity Series for Austin Hill at Daytona today. Kyle Busch gets it done. Checking the box for RCR, 61st career victory, and maybe most impressive, he's now won in 19 consecutive seasons. Kyle has. That's the best all time at the Cup level. Just
19 consecutive seasons with a win on 3 different Cup teams. Kyle Busch
in our sport for a long period of time now.
And the drivers from RCR.
Oh, the infamous choose.
We mentioned this.
We getting it this time?
Austin Hill up there as well.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I'm sure Sheldon's gonna pick top.
Yep, Creed's going to go top, Austin bottom, Nemechek top. There you go, Nemechek. Nemechek and Sammy Smith go top.
With Sheldon, I mean, I'm sure
I'm not.
Take it 3 wide somewhere. You know,
Creed's faster than the 10. I'd like to line up behind the faster car, and he picked the top too, which is just the better one. So good call, I
decent
think.
amount of laps on his stuff. I mean, he's got about maybe 10 laps on it, but you know, that's pretty surprising. I figured the 20 would have chose behind the fresh tires and be on the second row still.
You know, it's something we've seen on these restarts, right in the restart zone with older tires. These guys are spinning the rear tires a little bit. New tires helps the forward drive when it comes to the restart zone, and Sheldon doesn't have as new tires as some of them. So, being the 20 car, John Hunter behind him, he's trapped. So, it'll be interesting.
Speaking of the restart zone, walk us through the changes there. It's been expanded and what role that can play in any restart, but in particular in a situation like this.
Well, the bigger zone ultimately makes it harder for cars to time the restart. You know, by timing it, sometimes drivers leave a little bit of a gap in between them and try to close it up at the right time to get the pushes going or to make a 3-wide move at start-finish line. Now we don't know exactly where they're going to go green.
Waved off the restart.
That choose did not count. So we're going to choose again.
Really? Jesus Christ.
We love rehearsal and television. Evidently, we rehearsed the choose now. So we did it last time. Now we'll do it again.
I wonder if anyone would choose different. I doubt anyone chooses different.
If I just do the same thing.
I don't know. Maybe somebody's had a stupid, pointless pace lap here to think about it.
Do you think Sheldon throws the block again, or the fake again?
The fake out?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He fakes him again.
I don't care what he fakes. I'm going to the outside. If Austin Dillon was smart, he'd go to the outside too. My opinion. Austin wants that clean air on the front row, though. Let's see. Creed outside, Dillon inside. No, Nemechek, what are you doing? God damn it. Now Nemechek goes to the bottom. I don't like that.
His teammate actually went high and didn't go way down low.
Well, Sammy Smith's probably going to win the race now because Nemechek's going to get fucked on the bottom here.
I've never seen him re-choose before.
Well, I wonder if it was actually the choose. Maybe they didn't know it was choose, or maybe it was a communication.
I didn't notice if the lights were off and then went back on. You know what I mean? Like I noticed that
they cut the light. The pace car driver obviously thought that was one to go and time to choose.
Officials next to us in the booth will ask him what happened there after the race.
And it looked like they got it all under control next door. So.
Austin Dillon, you know, very fortunate when the caution came out. They could make a pit stop. They were running long. And the reason they were behind the 8-ball is he got trapped on a restart earlier behind Cole Custer. Nowhere to go, gets all that damage. And so they lost the track position, ultimately got it back when they ran along on that cycle of green flag pit stops. They get the caution, and now we'll see what they're able to do with the race car restarting on the front row.
I think this is going to be a really exciting finish to this race. Coming to 17 to go.
Hope not too exciting. I want to win money. Hopefully we didn't just give it away by picking the inside line. I don't like seeing the 18 and the 21 up on the top up there, and we might get pinned on the bottom.
I'm pretty certain in the next 2 laps there's going to be contact on the racetrack.
And remember,
we'll see what happens. That caution probably cost me money. Thank you, Ryan Illis. You know, talent hack. 17 laps to go.
Laps remaining in Fontana.
How do we roll here? 10 kind of spun the tire, little wheel spin. Creed didn't get going that great. It's time to go 3 wide, Nemechek. Dude, Nemechek doors his teammate off into 1, but oh, Nemechek got a great run. Yes! Yes! 3 wide through the middle. Get that 7 loose. God, I'm cheering for a fucking Gibbs car over, and they're wrecking. Sammy Smith's turn, Austin Hill's turn.
Dang, that's a shame. He's having a really good night.
I still think I can win this race.
damage, does he?
Yeah, that was like the weirdest wreck I've ever seen. The 18 got turned, the 21 stopped on him, and he's got some left door damage. That appears to be it. But what a great restart by Nemechek.
10th caution of the night.
God, the stars are aligning for John Hunter to win this race.
See the 18 there, third.
Very patient restart. And he kind of doors his teammate, makes a little gap. Slight contact. Just shoots through the middle and never lifts. Now, what happens back here with this wreck? Oh, the 18 got loose underneath the 2 and got tagged by Austin Hill. And I can't believe that was a 2-car accident. The entire field behind him flying off of turn 2 and nobody crashed. That was a NASCAR 05 caution right there on PS2.
But the 8 seemed to really pick up some ground here in this cycle.
Yeah, I think the 18 had a car close to his right. He was kind of crossing a seam and just got crossed up, and then having the 21 right close to him too. He was in a really bad spot of error right there. I mean, that's the worst bad spot.
That's
to get caught in, and then it unfortunately turned.
Got a car on his outside taking the air off his right side door, and then he's got a car up his left rear getting him loose.
Everything he's done, led 14 laps. I mean, he had some kind of night, did Sammy Smith.
Absolutely. And he just got himself in a really bad aero spot, like Blaney said. And at this point of the race, there's no give and take. It's take and take.
Oh, Joey, that was so funny.
Take out right there.
Austin Hill being shown 15th now. Let's hear what they said on the radio.
Having to check up. I don't know what the damn 18 was thinking, but he just gassed up, started spinning. Did you hit him at all? Right side damage, anything? I checked center of the bumper and left front side.
Looks good to me.
Won 2 times last year as a rookie. Did Austin Hill. Won at Daytona, won the summer race at Atlanta, his home track. But was competitive so many different places. Good road racer. And we'll go to Las Vegas next week, where Austin Hill has won in the Craftsman Truck Series.
Yeah, Joey knows all about that, doesn't he? You're funny.
With the 21.
Very chaotic race. Xfinity's still fun, guys.
Then we go to last week and how it ended in Daytona. Mayer trying to get his first career win. Gets turned upside down. Caution comes out, and since it's the final lap, it's not the timing.
John Hunter Nemechek almost won the race passing below the yellow line. NASCAR allowed that. They didn't penalize the 7 for forcing him, so they should have penalized the 20, but they didn't.
Austin Hill is a winner for a second consecutive year in a season opener.
What a stupid rule. But Austin Hill won and deserved to win.
Time of caution. I learned a little bit about that too.
Fuck you, Joey.
Dang it.
Fuck you, old plugs. Shut up, plugs.
2 seconds is a real big difference of payout.
Nobody's laughing but you.
Oh, well.
You've already won one Daytona 500, you know?
Yeah, don't want to get too greedy.
Well, I mean, 2 is twice as good. Race car drivers are a little greedy, okay? A lot of greedy.
Especially at that place.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about the finish you want or the way you race the competition.
Back markers are pitting for scuffs, I'm assuming.
We talked about it. Here it is.
See, Stenhouse got loose there right before Larson got turned on the last lap of that race last week.
When the caution came out, yeah.
And there wasn't, I mean, I hate to say it, there wasn't near as much debate at NASCAR Central over that one as there was on Saturday night.
I was debating.
I know
okay?
you were. I know you were.
I was in denial. I even beat him across the start-finish line just in case he was out of gas. I'm like, yeah, just in case. Maybe I'll just ease on up here. No.
I think I heard on 47 radio in reference to Joey, what's he doing up there?
That's all right. I was involved in 2 wrecks, so.
Can you believe Blaney got a top 10 in that car he was driving last week? Logano should be embarrassed by the way he wrecked Byron. I know, I was there. Couldn't believe it. But then again, I had that moment of like total shock where me and Dylan both stopped and looked at each other. We couldn't hear because, the cars are loud as fuck. We just had this moment where we stopped and I said, wow. And then it hit me. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be surprised he did that. That's what Joey does.
Now you got Allgaier and Nemechek who've kind of risen to be a couple of the best cars now at the end of this race, and I think it's going to be a slugfest. There's going to be a lot about the push they get behind them, you know, and you got the 10 who's a little wounded and the 2 on old tires, so you're not going to have great help, I don't think, behind you.
Regan?
Adam, just something to keep an eye on this on this restart here that we're about to have. The one car of Sam Mayer, they're having trouble inside that race car. The push to talk button continues to hang open.
You don't need your radio. We're only going to have like 12, 11 laps to go here.
Clears up. Team, though, is trying to get word to him to stay off of the button and not talk anymore. Every crew chief's dream at the end of the race. Just telling your driver you can't talk anymore. That's great.
Sam Mayer's picture there on the screen looks so damn goofy.
No push to talk button.
I could hear the team. They could not hear me. So
here's the choose.
I know.
Allgaier top, Nemechek bottom, Mayer bottom, Austin Dillon top, Creed up top. Still think Nemechek can win here. The bottom's not a total death sentence if you get a good launch.
We've added to our sport recently. There's so much strategy and question as you pull up to that choose. Oh, I don't know, what's the guy in front of me going to do? And it happens all last minute. You try to prep and be as prepared as you possibly can for the choose. And then you get there and you're like, oh, I don't know. it's awesome.
It's one of those things, you know, you sometimes make the right decision, you sometimes make the wrong decision. You know, you never know how it's going to go. But it is great. I will say, I think a lot of people like it. I think a lot of drivers especially enjoy the choose rule.
Well, it's completely fixed. I don't know if you guys remember, but we used to like try to count cars leaving pit road to try to let one go so you can be in the preferred lane on the restart.
And that was dangerous. I'm glad the choose rule got rid of that.
It just kind of got dumb. So the choose rule fixed all that, and definitely has been a good thing.
I think it's great. A little gamble opportunity.
Have 12 to go. Are we done with cautions? Probably not.
A couple rows and see if you can make it work. It's pretty good. I don't really like gambling, but with the choose I do.
Yeah. If you got a good car, you can give it a shot.
I know logistically there are some things to work through. I'd love to see it on road courses, though. I can't wait till we get to that. But there's a lot that goes into that. I'm not second-guessing the reason we're not doing it. But
choose rule on a road course would be interesting. I'm glad it didn't totally fuck up Daytona like I thought it would.
What do you guys think?
Definitely maybe.
All that teamwork last week in a single car team still wins the Daytona 500. Allgaier kind of spun the tires. He did. He got a little bump. 20 got a good launch. 20 got a good launch. 20 is clear. Clear. Get up top. Take it. They ain't going to beat you on that bottom. You're faster than the 1. You're faster than the 7. You're faster than every car behind you. Just pull away. Hell yeah. Everybody fucking behave. Get in line. Get your asses in line and behave. That's not behaving. Jesus Christ. Moffitt almost got turned by Austin Dillon, or almost turned himself.
Unbelievable day for this new team, AM Racing.
I don't want this race to turn into last year's Xfinity Auto Club race.
Man, Mayer dancing all over the
These junior motorsports cars are ridiculous how good they still are despite all the problems they've had.
Still with no fender. He's trucking along.
So Nemechek has assumed control. We're in a real good spot.
The 7's just not firing off here as good as he needs to or has been.
That's teammate Josh Berry and that silver number 8. Austin Hill trying to bounce back after getting caught up on that last restart. He's in the 21. Scored 6 right now. Make it 4th. Austin Hill showing some
Austin
speed.
Hill's still got a fast car. He just got fucked on track position and that little mess with the 18. So if there's another caution, I'd give Hill a real shot to win. He's the last real threat to Nemechek that's left if there's a caution.
If you look at these drivers that are in the top 10 and how many times
Those stupid flashing yellow lights outside the track keep making me think there's a caution. Turn the shit off. You're scaring me.
5 for Barry and a number of guys up there, as I said, searching for career win number 1 as we're inside of 10 laps remaining. It'll be 9 next time by.
Oh, Carnival, just a brush there. I couldn't tell who it was. Looked like Joe Graff Jr., I think, brushed the wall.
Gibbs cars have been class of the field. His toughest competition wrecked the last caution. So He's in a pretty good spot right here. But they're racing like crazy behind him.
He just hopes he doesn't get any more debris on the grill.
Right.
I don't know. At this point in the race, give me some debris on it. With about 2 to go, give me some debris on the grill. 2 or 3 laps to go, give me some debris. 2014 Dale Jr. style at Daytona. Got that race win diecast sitting in front of me right now with a big piece of bear bond on the front.
In the Xfinity Series.
That fell off the 3 car, ironically.
Worn out racetrack. As soon as I saw that, I said he might be pretty good. And boy, he's been solid tonight, racing here inside the top 5 with Austin Hill. 8 laps to go in Fontana.
And these 3 cars have been racing back and forth, passing.
Chandler Smith's low-key had a pretty good knot and a clean knot compared to a lot of his competition. Nemechek's had a nightmare on pit road every other stop. Mayer's been a weapon. Allgaier's had problems. Barry's wrecked here and there. Hill's been in a wreck. Dillon's been in a wreck. Chandler Smith might be the only guy in the top 10 that's had a clean race.
One car's kind of broken even with the 20. He was a little bit quicker than him last lap. He's kind of just there.
Oh, don't tell me Sam Mayer's going to steal my money.
If he gets more in the dirty air, but he's kind of broken even. The 20 was faster than him. Yeah, one was 10th and a half faster right there, so he might be putting a little charge in here at the end of this race.
Fuck off, Sam.
You know, we talked about all the success that Joe Gibbs racing.
You let Ty Gibbs punk you last year at Martinsville. Fuck you.
In the Xfinity Series, we said it. You know, Joe, you've won a couple of times here for the coach a number of years ago. First time they ever experienced victory here in an
2008 Fontana. Look how clean that track looked.
Tony Stewart, 15 years ago yesterday, he got it done. They won 10 times overall, including, as Josh pointed out earlier,
The Smoke driving a Toyota won in the Xfinity Series. 6 to go, motherfucker.
11th win here tonight, and it would be.
We've seen enough excitement today.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he comes back to the Xfinity Series with a lot of hype, a lot of anticipation. He was second at Daytona. We showed you how close he was to winning. Lost to Austin Hill by inches when the caution came out on the final lap, and in position. He'll see 5 to go the next time around, and if he pulls it off, he's going to lead the most laps and really do it in dominating fashion here tonight.
And I think the one just needs to start trying stuff. I mean, he just keeps running the bottom. He's not really gaining ground.
The one got loose off of 4 that time. He's got to lose a little ground. But, yeah, Blaney's right. I don't think he can straight up catch him or pass him. He needs to start moving around.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean,
or maybe he just wants to preserve the second-place finish. I don't know. Might as well try something.
You don't want to get in the point that where you lose a spot, right? You want to get what you can, but I kind of get the victory, go for the win. I get what you're saying.
You know, you look at this top 10, and we were talking about the career wins for all these drivers, but 3 of the top 5.
Coke Zero Sugar. I need to try it first.
Their cars were top 10 last year, so they've been really good at this.
4 more laps till I make more money, Michael. You're going to be burning up that Cash App today, sending me all that money.
Is 7th right now. Riley Herbst is in the top 10. Parker Kligerman. Brett Moffitt. I mean, a lot of really
2 wins in one day. If this stays green, I don't want to jinx myself. Literally in the same situation I was in the Cup race earlier.
It's cooled off a lot. The bottom in 3 and 4 apparently has come to life. Where you see these guys have been hunting.
Night race at California to close out this track. Pretty weird, but it's been a good race. We've had 2 really good races today. 3 more laps.
And now, if you're John Hunter,
just under a second lead for John Hunter over Sam Mayer.
Just get back to that white flag so you can manage this thing. You don't
Do you get trash on the grill now? Which the 20 has trash on the grill. A little bit.
Second. You heard it on the radio. 3 laps to go. 2.5 now remaining as they hit the back straightaway.
Okay, Mayer picked up about a 10th or 2 there. Let's not do that. 20's moving down, take his line away. The 20 and the 1 moved down to run the bottom, and Allgaier went to the top to try to gain some ground, but nothing there. 2 laps to go.
You always come off a corner after you run the top, you're further behind, but by the time you get to the end of the straightaway, you kind of make that up. It seemed like a wash.
Less than 4 miles.
Come on, motherfucker. Get around here. Mayer's cooking through turns 1 and 2. Little bobble there. Not big loose, little bobble. I think he's fine. The one's got to run. 20 got off the corner just a little bit better, though.
How much you looking in that mirror here if you're Nemechek? Not at all?
Every second peek. Huh?
Every time you come off a corner, you're looking in the mirror. On the straightaway, you're looking in the mirror. Corner, you're driving the car. You look to see where he's entering the corner with you. 1 to go. I'm 1 lap away from getting more money.
John Hunter Nemechek is the leader.
Michael, I take cash.
His dad won the championship here in the Xfinity Series in the
I'm
early
insufferable
90s.
when I win a race.
Thought it was so cool. Joe's
And 2 in 1 day?
his dad was at Kansas. First career win for John Hunter came.
I woke up this morning and said, give me Kyle Busch.
He's pushing water.
Yesterday, just before they tried to pretend they were going to start this race, I said, JHN.
Can he hang on?
And here we are. One more corner.
Lost it by inches last week at Daytona.
Shut up, Joey. Let Adam make the call.
Gonna finish the deal and win it in Fontana.
John Hunter Nemechek wins me money. Sam Mayer 2nd, Justin Allgaier 3rd, Chandler Smith 4th, Josh Berry 5th. That is the most eventful top 10 I can remember seeing in a NASCAR race. Everybody in that top 10 except Chandler Smith had something wacky happen tonight.
That's right.
They did a little bit of trouble. Yeah. Take care of your temps.
Got a big break there with Custer blowing a right front tire, and then the 18 getting hung up with the 21. So we'll take it anyway. Don't care. I won. I picked the winner again.
Really good on the pit box.
Twice in one day.
20 car definitely came to life, especially the second half of the race for sure, and really kind of dominated that thing. So they did a good job.
Today was a good day.
And was able to pull it off.
A profitable day.
I like seeing the fastest car win the race sometimes. You know, I like that it's interesting, but I like that the fastest car is an organic, good, solid race.
There's Ben Bayshore. You know, a lot of this group on the 20 team.
Xfinity's still fun, it seems.
That won the championship with Ty Gibbs. And you heard him saying, take care of the car.
And I think this field in the Xfinity Series this year is closer than it's been in years. All through that top 15, I see guys capable of winning.
Las Vegas that you run here. I mean, you just put them in. You can work on them tonight, put them in the hauler, seal them off, and then you unload them and go. So
yeah, more money, more problems. More money, more problems. You ever play GTA 3? More money, more problems.
Look at all the debris on the grill.
They told Nemechek not to do a burnout. I found that interesting.
And then all the debris on it, it's still
Nemechek's car's steaming and blowing water. He had debris all over that shit. Well, like I said, with 3 laps to go, give me all the debris. Seal that fucking thing off for the last 2 or 3 laps of this race. Make me fast.
He's had a whole lap to cool down.
So it worked out.
I guess he had plenty of water.
I still can't believe that's only John Hunter Nemechek's 3rd Xfinity Series win.
Texas, and now Fontana, California. 11 times. The coach has got it done here.
Congratulations, Joe. You can still win your stupid little Xfinity races without Kyle Busch.
I'd walk over there and get the debris off, do another lap.
Remember last year when John Hunter won Darlington, that truck race, somebody threw something at him and it smacked that fucking truck. That's like my favorite out-of-context NASCAR clip. You hear a thunk, and he's like, what the fuck was that?
He's pretty calm after running a long race like this.
That's pretty long for an Xfinity race.
The Craftsman Truck Series for Kyle Busch. Won a lot of races, but couldn't run down the trophy. He hopes to do it this year in the Xfinity Series, and he's off to a real good start. Josh?
John Hunter Nemechek celebrating after being
Now he's clearing the trash off the grill.
At Daytona last week. You get it done here. Earlier you told me you've been so fast here in the past, you just couldn't close the deal.
I have a love-hate relationship with John Hunter Nemechek. He's one of those guys. Sometimes he drives like a real tool.
Gave me one heck of a race car. This Toyota Supra was as fast as Xfinity 10G. I actually think it was faster
So
than
corny.
Xfinity 10G. But,
If you can believe that.
huge shout
He's going to
out
get
to all the
sued by
guys that
Xfinity
were
now
on
for
the
implying
team.
something was faster than their
I think
internet.
A lot of guys doubted Ben coming down from the Cup Series, and to have him on the box and be able to establish a relationship that I have with him has been awesome. So I've worked with most of the guys on this team over the last couple years.
Kaz Gralla finished 13th, I just realized.
They got it done when it counted tonight. So I have some things that I need to address on my end, but overall an amazing Toyota GR Supra with our Vons and Albertson colors. And got to say hi to Aspen and Taylor back home. Sadly, they didn't make the trip out here. Coach, not sure if he's here, but thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the
I doubt Joe's there.
Everyone at Toyota TRD,
couldn't show his
all of
face
our
after
great
Kyle Busch
partners,
won
and,
earlier.
Wish Coy was here to celebrate with us.
John Hunter, your journey has been well documented. Back full-time in Xfinity Series, this time with JGR. What is different about you this time around?
Man, I feel like this is one of the best opportunities that I've had in my lifetime, and just grateful to have the opportunity that I have to, and that everything is going to plan. When I
Brett
took the
Moffitt
step back
ninth,
from the
yep,
Cup
good
Series,
call.
I prayed a lot and had a lot of conversations with not only God, but a lot of the mentors in the Cup Garage, and it seems to be going to plan. So I'm proud of this whole team, proud to be a part of this Joe Gibbs Racing organization, and starting the year off right, second and first. So let's see if we can keep it up.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Well, one week ago, Sam Mayer was part of the highlight reel at the end of the race. Looked like you're going to have a top 5 finish, end up on your roof. This week, though, a little different story.
Hurry up and wrap this up so I can wrap up. Less awkwardly.
Yeah, that last lap means
Instead of
a lot,
interrupting
that's for
Sam
sure.
Mayer's interview.
But, I'm super proud of my JRM Accelerate team. I mean,
Good race for Sam.
we struggled early on, that's for sure. We had our work cut off for us, but I mean, we threw the kitchen sink at it, and we ended up second. So, I mean, all things considered, I'm really, really happy and really proud of these guys. I mean, we started from the ground up this year, and I mean, obviously, so far so good.
Thanks, Sam.
Nice bounce back for
All right, gang, I am out of here. John Hunter Nemechek won me money. Kyle Busch won me money. It was a good day. I'm tired. I'm going to go take a little nap. Probably be up late tonight. I don't roll out streaming something at an hour where nobody's going to watch. It just depends on how I feel. So, all right. Good night. Godspeed. Don't eat the yellow snow, and I'll see you guys later this week.